Testing 1, 2, 3. Yep, that looks like it's working. Let me see how it looks on the old Twitcheroo. Looks like it's coming in loud and clear. Okay, we are going to get back to Mega Man ZX Advent today. Hey! And let's hope it goes well. Oh, hold on. I gotta turn this down a tad bit for me. Might turn it up later on, depending on how much I enjoy the music, which is probably gonna be a lot later on. Wait, actually, one more thing. I kinda want to be able to see that. Oh, well, good enough. Alright, where do we leave off here? If I'm looking at the map... I don't think I can get back this from here. Let me move this a bit up. Or actually, just let's keep it there. Should be able to just warp from here. Let's see, where do we go now? Got that power up. Let's wander around a bit, see what we can find. Okay, I was there. Was I here? I was here. What about here? Can I go here yet? Nah, I can't. And looking around. I think I did that one already. Yeah, I did. Okay, let's think for a second. I believe the train should be repaired by now, if I'm not mistaken. Going off of like 10-year-old memory here. Check it out. Oh, wait, I do not want those on, necessarily. This is the button. Oh, look at that. Hey. Good to have at least one slight heal item when with the lack of sub-tanks. I think I was looking into it a bit earlier. I can't get one. Okay, yeah, the train's fixed. I can get one sub-tank in hard mode in this game. So I will be checking that out later on. And you get it during a sub-quest. And it isn't that hard. It's like one big expedition into the wind level and just retrieving some items throughout the stage there. So it doesn't look that bad. Yo, this music is doing something interesting. Let me turn this up, actually. Huh, I kind of like the original better. ZX Advent is can be kind of a strange thing for me to listen to with the remastered tracks, because I like the original so much already. And unlike with the Zero series, where they're generally a pretty, you know, solid improvement, like in the whole, ZX Advent, I feel, with the sound quality of the DS going for it, it didn't stand to be improved very much by remasters, in my opinion, anyway. Sub tank, yeah, I'd love to refill my sub tank if I had one. I'll buy your bucket, yeah. Can't remember what I do with that, but I'm sure it comes in handy sometime. I can't buy those yet. This is doing something interesting, though. Sorry, I want to turn this up a bit more. At the expense of not being able to hear myself speak. That's a teleport guy. Okay, I can just do it like that. Nice. Or better yet, let's modify that. Somehow. How do I do this? Okay, wait, yeah, that's how you do it. Nah, it's too low. Wait, no. That's what I want. Oh. I have to be a little careful here. Oh, not good. Ouch. Yo, boss fight, let's go. All right, gotta switch. Nice. Got it off before he could hit me with the shurikens. Good stuff. Yo, Varunius! Yo, welcome the heck in, man! Man, I remember watching Lynx play ZX Anthem with ZX Tunes mod. Really made the experience nicer. Well, that is going on here too, yeah! No, yeah, absolutely. It is a phenomenal mod that just enhances the experience like nothing else. For the Zero games as well. It's just phenomenal. Yeah. I feel like ZX Advent is a little difficult for me, or, well, not difficult, but I feel like the original tracks were so good already that they didn't stand to be improved very much by the remasters, actually. And I can't say that for a lot of the games in this collection, honestly. Like, I feel like universally, in general, they all were better with the remastered tracks. But ZX Advent is the one game where I feel like it is arguable whether those remasters made were better than the original arrangements. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know really why that is, to be honest. Okay, there we go. That's what I wanted. Yeah, but I've always just been really fond of the original soundtrack for this game, which is kind of funny, actually, because this is the game which I like the least in the collection. So maybe it's a matter of familiarity as well. I don't know. Anyway, how you doing, man? Doing okay? I hope so. Ouch. We're going to be struggling a tad. Because hard mode do be like that. Good. Awesome. Hey, making a buy. There was one song that was a cover with Chinese lyrics. Wait, really? Chinese lyrics? Wait, I don't remember that. I know there are a few songs in here with actual lyrics, but Chinese is quite strange. I don't know. That's funny. Do you remember where it occurred? Like, I mean, what characters, or I mean, what place it was in? That's interesting. I don't know what would compel them to do Chinese lyrics. It's like kind of out there. Doing okay today? Heck yeah, man. Oh, it was that stage? Oh. Oh, wait, you're right. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just now like fishing through my memories for that, and I do kind of vaguely recall there being a version of the song with lyrics. I don't recall there being Chinese lyrics, but yeah, they did have lyrics, interestingly. Well, he must have been using something different then, or at least a different variation of the mods I'm using then, because you know, I'm using the mods too, and I have not encountered that yet. So looks like we're doing a couple things differently, I think. And there are some, you know, a few like customizations you can make depending on your preferences for the mods and for the musical arrangements. Because again, you know, Inti Creates just did so much with the musical remasters of these games. You know, like they put out several albums with like fully remastered music, and they were very generous with that stuff. So, you know, you don't just have like one different track for like every tune in the game. You have like, in some cases you have several. So you have like different options for what you can do with it, which makes the experience kind of like, you know, you can do what you want with it based on your preferences. That's it. Oh, okay, let me listen to that actually real quick, because now you got me curious. Oh, that isn't Chinese. Huh. I gotta fish through my mods, go through the files, and see if that's in there as an option to enable. I like that, though. That's a great song in general. I think I was more fond of the original version. Like, you know, not even just the remastered version without vocals, but like the original DS song. I think that one's better. I don't know, something about the DS sound font, which I think does it for me over the remastered. But yeah, that's interesting. Huh. When did Lynx play this, actually? Was it recently? Or was it around the time that this collection came out, which was several years ago by this point, I believe. A while back. Okay, it was probably when this game first came out then. Also, let's take the scenic route around here. But yeah, it's interesting to come back to this game after so long. I am more familiar with this one as opposed to several other games. Like the X, I know this better than a lot of the X games, just because I would come back to this more often because I was more familiar with the engine. The actual game itself is my least favorite, I think, in the whole collection here. But the engine is very good, which is why I think I come back to it more often than the X games, which has a slightly different engine, you know? A while back, I think a year ago. Okay. Gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, it's cool to know that he went into that. I'm just really neat to, you know, I'm happy to hear too that he was enjoying the mods. Like he knew about that stuff and tapped into it. Like good for him. Because there is so much to enjoy about these, absolutely. I'm gonna try not to die here. Because I'm playing expert mode on here, which is very difficult, honestly. Can I punch this? Or just do that? Okay, cool. Wait, I need to ride this. No! There goes my ride. Well, now I can respawn it, I guess. How many lives? 0. It's always down to 0. And we might be taking a death here. Whoa, I forgot I didn't have that equipped. Yeah, Lynx was by here yesterday too when I just started my playthrough of this game. We were talking about a lot of the Easter eggs that were in here that I didn't know about. There's a lot, actually. You know, like apparently Wire Sponge. Well, I knew about Wire Sponge in there, but there's also apparently there's an Easter egg for Red. You know, like Red from X7. The illegal hunters in this game, their emblem is a potential shout out to Red from X7, which I'm not sure, or that's what he says anyway. I'm not quite sure I agree with it, because I looked at it later on. Oh, yeah, look at that, I got a life, heck yeah. But I looked at that later on, the reference, and I don't know if I agree that it's a Red reference. I think it's like a generic, to me it looks like a generic pirate sort of emblem, like with the eye patch and whatnot. But I don't know, it might be. Galleons with their Star Wars on blaster sound. You know, man, actually, I think that sound effect is ripped, like, directly from Star Wars. Like, it is almost like a one-to-one comparison. Especially, like, you listen to it during the cutscenes, and I think it's the same sound effect. But yeah, I think that's, like, a legit Star Wars sound effect that they just ripped out from Star Wars. It is quite blatant, in my opinion. Also, I'm quite impressed you knew their name. Like, you knew they were called Galleons. That's a little obscure. I mean, they don't refer to that, like, no one refers to them as that in the game. I mean, I knew it, but it's a little bit of an obscure know-how. Oh, I'm dead. Well, maybe not yet, but soon. Can I get that guy? A. Speaking of which, did you ever pick up Power Wash and the Star Wars DLC for that game? If so, you might have to schedule some Power Wash collabs with certain people down the line. I'm thinking of Easy in particular, although who knows what his availability is these days. Got Power Wash 2 and waiting for Star Wars Pack to drop. Ah, that's right, it's not out yet. You were waiting for it last you mentioned it. Well, I hope it lives up to your expectations and doesn't set too high of a bar. Like, making you wait for it and whatnot. Is there anything up here? Nah, good. Yeah. I really want to see what's down here, but I'm not sure if I could risk it. Almost called them Pantheons, but that's Zero. You caught yourself in the nick of time. Yeah, Pantheons are what they're called in Zero. I think, specifically 0, 1 through 3, those are the blue robots. Wile's Reploids have a different name, though. They're not Pantheons and they're not Galleons. They're called something else. I can't stand irregulars. Who the heck opens a conversation like that? I just sat down. Played a bit of it to tinker with settings. Oh, nice, nice. Are there any mods for that game that you'd be interested in? Or like, interesting things associated with it? I may have to compromise a few things. Ah, gotcha. Like maybe, I don't know. Turning the water gun into a Star Wars blaster or something. That's probably something in the actual Star Wars DLC, though, isn't it? No mods as of now. Gotcha. Well, they should do something with that. Good opportunity. That reminds me, I've been wanting to ask you about the Mega Man Arena, like extra mode that I saw you and Lynx playing the other day. It was a while ago now, but you guys were like co-oping in Mega Man 1 together, and you said that was an additional mode of Mega Man Arena. Like, how does that work with the game? Like, can you actually go through the whole game of Mega Man 1, or can you like go through other games too? Like, how does that work? I never got a chance to ask you about that because I had to do a dinner dash at the time, and I meant to come back, but you guys were done streaming before I got back. Oh, variants, yeah, that's what they're called. I didn't even remember that. All select stages, gotcha. How many stages are in there? Because that looked fun. You know, another thing that I saw during Mega May that I really want to try out eventually with a, in a co-op sort of way with people. It was Mario 64 with Mega Man X characters. So it had like X, Zero, and I think Axel as well that you could play as in there via a mod. Also, hooray, anime cutscenes. 7? Oh, 7's a good amount. Dang, nice. So wait, are they all Mega Man 1 stages? Look at that HD. Yeah, dude, in the actual DS version, you couldn't even tell there was a bead of sweat on Gray's face there, because it was so low res. But yeah, that Mario 64 Mega Man X mod, it looks super fun when I saw it played during Mega May. I kind of want to try it out myself, even though I'm not the most familiar with Mario 64. Like, I played the original 64 version, and I also played the DS version, but I haven't come back to it in a long, long time. It is fun. Mario 64, I guess it is. Oh, I missed the whole area back there. Should I go back? There was that extra room that I never quite got to see. I don't think there's anything back there. You know, let's make a save here. And check it out anyway before we... Well... I don't know, do I want to? All the way back there. Just need to get someone to play with it sometime. Oh, cool! If you have it already, then hey, I'll volunteer gladly. Dude, we should set up a date. We should set up a time to collab on that. Get content for both our channels. Have you set up sometime if you want? Okay, cool, cool, cool. Okay, so you have gone into it then. Ah, nice. Okay, so you know the ins and outs. Well, that makes it a lot easier. Heck yeah. Yeah, I'll look into it for sure. Yeah, no, man, if you have it already on hand and you've looked into it and you've gone into it, then that makes it even more incentive for me to get into it sooner. Because I've had that at the back of my mind for a while now, and it looks great. A fall. I found there was a life right there too. Wouldn't you know it? Let's try it again. Nope. That's like just out of reach. It's kind of funny actually. What can I do about that? It's like just out of reach. Okay, let's risk game over here. Okay, well, we are gonna game over there. I thought there might have been a platform in the middle that I didn't see from that big jump. But there wasn't. That's like right on the edge. How do I even get to the other side now? Do I need the flying form to fly back? I'm thinking, and I don't think any of these forms afford me the ability to stretch that distance. So that makes it very easy for me to decide to just move on. Okay. Oh, we can go here now. Okay. All 4 of these stages are available. Let's do this one first, because that's where I get the sub-tank. Maybe get Lynx as well as we're lucky. Yeah, dude, I think that would be the best team. Because I think, well, like, I feel like, we all can make it at around a reasonable time. And we all have, like, that same availability. And moreover, we talk to each other a lot, you know, on each other's stream, so it makes it easier to collaborate. So yeah, no, that would be awesome. I think Lynx would totally be down for that too. Sounds great. Yeah, I think this weekend, what do we got going on? We got the movie weekend tonight, or not tonight, but like this weekend on Saturday. I don't think there's anything to bother with over there. Let's move the heck on. Yeah, oh dude, Josh would be a great fit. Yeah, I think he would be able to, I mean, so long as he's not doing something with his squad, which he usually is. Oh, dude, I watched them playing Mecha Chameleon earlier on. They were cooking. It's amazing how that game is just everywhere now. Mecha Chameleon. And I get it, too. Like, I haven't played it myself, but it looks super entertaining. So, yeah, he was playing that with his squad, and they were having a good time. Good to hear, man. Hey, I'm really glad to hear that. You know, whew, that stuff can be hard to get over when it happens. But you know, more power to you if you can. Whew, you know, if you can't heal quicker like that. Obviously, everyone should have as much time as they want to get over it. But yeah, if you can make... Ew, that was close. I think how this has kind of a rock theme going. Good stuff. What else was it gonna say? Oh yeah, Varunius, I have also scheduled 5 Island again with Josh and David tomorrow. If you want in on that too, you need but only say the word, and you shall have a spot. Providing you're available at the time. I'll probably stream at like 9:30, 9, somewhere around there. I'm mentioning that not so much as to distinguish that this is the only time you're welcome, but, you know, just throwing it out there that it's a thing you might be interested in particular to join in on. But in general, you're always welcome for the VC. Tomorrow night? Yes, indeed, tomorrow night. By my time zone anyway, because it's like 11 o'clock now. So, yeah, officially tomorrow night, Friday night. If it bleeds too late into my time, I may have to leave early. Okay. That's cool. No, you can take your time with that. I know that'll be like 11 your time. Wait, who followed? Yo, Magnus! Dude, why did I hear that before I saw it in chat? Usually I see it in chat before I hear it. Magnus! Yo, guys, we got the gallant one here. Hello, sir? No, you're the actual sir. You were like the gallant sir. The gallant knight. Or something like that. Yo, we also got the Mavericks in here. Thank you. Dude, you came in at the perfect time. I don't know if that Maverick joined with you. If so, what are you doing bringing Mavericks into my chat, man? Thought I knew you. I thought I trusted you more than that. Yo, Magnus, you might be interested in that idea as well. I was just talking to Varunius about games that I've been thinking about for a while that would be good collab games for like collab streams. In particular, what was it? Mario 64 has a mod where you can play as Mega Man X, Zero, and Axel. So, and I saw it being played during Mega Man. It looked really cool. Unbeknownst to me, Varunius had picked it up already, and he's been like, you know, checking it out, kind of low key, which has further incentivized me to play it sooner and maybe get a party going. Yeah, Mario 64 Mega Man X Edition. Look it up, man, if you're interested. It looks stable for me. I mean, when I saw it played during Mega Man, it looked pretty good. Varunius could tell you more because he has first-hand experience, where, I mean, I'm only second-hand experience. Axel's your main? Dang. Really? It's just the playstyle, or are you somewhat invested in his character from past games? Like, did you just like Axel more as a character? I think I would have to go with Zero. For obvious reasons. But yo, I hope you had a good stream, Magnus. I thought you were playing Dark Souls, or no, not Dark. Was it Dark Souls, Demon Souls? I don't know. I can't keep all those games straight, honestly. They're not usually my cups of tea, so I don't know. I can tend to mix them all up together. Demon Souls, gotcha. Yo, hope you had a good time with that, dude. You were streaming for a long time too, weren't you? It's like you were into it. You were in the groove. Gotta respect the grind. The wind is against me. But yeah, dude, I was thinking of getting me, Varunius, and Cat Links so far on that, because I think you can play that game with like a crazy number of people, something like 8 people, if not more. Kind of nuts from what I heard, so it would be a good game. 5 hours, holy crap, man, you were in the zone. Glad stream didn't die. Yeah, that's the other thing I was gonna say. I'm so happy for you that the internet held out and like things were going up to 16. Dude, Ruinius, I wanted to say 16, honestly, but I thought that was a little too crazy, and it was like, now there's no way. But apparently there is a way. That's insane. Dude, that's wild. Well, we gotta get 16 more people in there. Oh wait, no, we can switch out. Ah, flew right over me. Yeah, 16 is insane. But very cool. Like, that is so neat they were able to make that work. Look at how slow and pathetic he is, and how pathetic I am getting pushed against the wall right as I say that. Classic. Jinxing myself. Yeah, we gotta talk it over amongst ourselves, I think. Maybe I'll make a group chat. Like, get that going, if possible. I think it will depend on some availability. Wait, what am I doing? Gosh, I forgot I had this. No, I don't have the energy for a charge. That's probably the worst time to use that, actually. This is bad. Okay, now I can do it. I might be able to get it off just quickly enough. Good. It could be possible, but I'm not sure about reuniting 16. Maybe not. But you know what they say, when there's a will, there's a way. Oh, I'm cooked. This is gonna be tight. If it happens at all. Come on, come on, come on, come on! Oh, that was so close. Oh. A woeful miscalculation indeed. Oh, that was tight. Yo, Lynx! Guys, the coolest cat in the clubhouse has joined us. Yo, Lynx, welcome the heck in, man. Hope you're doing well. Dude, we just got Magnus in here. It's like the whole crew's got together. Yeah, so like Ruinius was talking about, I was just thinking, getting a party together to play Mario 64 with the Mega Man X mod, where you can play as X, Zero, and Axel. I saw it being played during Mega May, and it looked like a legit great time. You can play with up to 16 characters. We cannot get a crew that big together. I'm not even going to try, but I think it would be neat to get as many, see what we can do there. But yeah, I was thinking, maybe you, me, and Ruinius, Magnus, if he's up for that. Maybe even Josh, if he's not doing stuff with his squad. And that's, by the way, that's always the only reason I hesitate to invite Josh. It's because it's like he's always doing stuff with his squad. So he's got a thing going with them. But yeah, he might be interested too, for all I know. Although he says that he's mainly into Mega Man for the fashion. I might be able to bribe him to play as Axel only and relive some fond Mega Man X7 memories for him. If I could be Zero, I'm good. Hey, I mean, so long as multiple people can play as Zero, because, you know what I gotta do. As a matter of course. Funny enough, other VTuber pals have the same idea, so I was delated. Wait, delated or elated? What does delated mean? Is that a word? I'm legit curious. I always love 3-syllable words or more, learning about them so I could use them. I always say I'm not the biggest one for 4-letter words, but I'm a big proponent or big promoter of 4-syllable words. But I will never refuse a second chance to Mario 64 Mega Man. Heck yeah. Oh, I know what you're trying to say. Deflated, I think, is the word. If I'm not mistaken. Heck, you can even recolor your character. You can recolor your characters too? Dude, that's sick. Oh my gosh, that sounds awesome. Oh wait, I'm getting excited now. Getting a little too excited. That sounds awesome. Dark Zero! Wait! Oh, holy crap, man. Oh, that sounds amazing. Oh. Oh. Oh, I'm getting excited now. Heck yeah. We gotta do that, guys. We gotta do that, fam. I'm gonna be all in for Omega Zero! Dude! Oh, hold on. I gotta throw in an Omega LOL in there. Because the moment deserves it. Come on. Expand, please. I need to do this. No, you don't understand. Where is it? Where's my Omega LOL? Oh my gosh, where is it? No, those are the animated. Dude, I got so many emotes in here, and I have no idea how to sort through them because I'm a Twitch noob. Dude, where is it? I might have to actually quit on this because I can't find it, and that is pathetic. Okay, I can't find it, and this is the... I can't find it, so I'm just going to do an emote that shows off my embarrassment of not being able to find Omega LOL. Okay, Magnus found it. Dude, Magnus, how are you able to find it and I can't? What the heck is the matter with me? Where is it? Oh my gosh. Dude, this is bothering me now. There it is. Okay, it's in the channel emotes. Okay, dude, ever since I installed FFZ, I have all these tabs where it's like favorites, channel, emote effects, my emotes, and emoji. I got 5 different tabs to sort through emotes with. It's too much. It's too much. There it is, by the way. It's too much, and it's got me like Juno face. Like, for real. I'm Juno. I'm Juno face right there. I can't find anything. Just type and you can get emotes quickly. I mean, yeah, the thing about that is that I actually have to memorize those words or those names. And it's like, I just, I put in those, threw in those emotes, like those custom emotes like a few weeks ago. I can't remember what I named them. Especially since they're so long. Like, they all open with, like, what, Skybane 6? Who can remember that as an opening thing? As an opening name? I just typed... Wait, really? That's all you gotta do? Wait a minute. Hold on a doggone minute here. Wait, you're right. It is that easy. Wait, how is that so easy? How did you know that? Wait, how did you know it was OME? Is it just the first 3 letters that show up there? What the heck, man? How do I not know any of this? Okay, so wait. If I want to use Juno face, do I just do J-U-N? And that's, wait, hold on. J-U-N. Wait! Yo, you're right! Wait, things are a lot more simple than I thought. Dude, technology in this era is amazing. I cannot get over what we've learned to do in this era of human evolution. It's actually insane to me. My ancestors are so proud of how far we've come in this institution, in this culture. But however however proud they are, I'm not very proud of myself for not knowing that. What were we even talking about before that all escalated? Oh, that's right, the colors. Yeah, the reskins. That's awesome. Okay, guys, no, I got dibs on Omega Zero. Nobody else can have Omega Zero. That's like my skin. If anyone else tries to claim that skin, I'm gonna go full Juno face, man. I'll have to show you how to set it up later. Yeah, is it that difficult, Verunius? I mean, it's just a mod, right? Like, I guess all mods have their own way of installing them. But I hope it's not too hard. Because, I mean, ideally, it will be accessible to everyone. Hopefully, anyway. Oh, dude, you know the one? I'm going to go on a full emoji spree now. Where's the 4-panel data emote? Yeah, it's like that, and then Cypher was doing this the other day. I love that. Dude, Magnus, you almost spoiled it. Your chat came in at the last minute and almost ruined it. Born too late to discover the unexplored lands of Earth. Born too early to explore the deepest confines of space. Born at the right time to type emojis quickly. Heck yeah, man. Oh, we've come so far in civilization, in society. Everything in human evolution has been building up to this moment. The ability to use emotes quickly. I mean, okay, let's actually talk about that semi-seriously for a second. Emotes, like, low-key give you an ability of expression that is not afforded by ordinary speech. You know, the ability to express your feelings through a picture is very powerful. You know, like, as they always say, a picture is worth 1,000 words. Emojis are worth, like, emotes like that, they are worth 1,000 words, and each emote like that is worth a different set of very specific 1,000 words. So it's a very powerful ability. You know, in some ways you could say that Shakespeare aspired to that level of articulation and expression. All he needed to do was use emojis, and he would not have needed to go to the trouble of making all those elaborate plays and works of literature that he composed over his time. That's all he needed to do, man. We've never really thought about this before. You know, like, you think emojis and you think, haha, funny, haha. It's, you know, I'm putting a picture on there. I'm so funny. But no, there's an actual level of creative expression that goes into it. And, yeah, it's so cool, fam. It isn't hard to set up, but it requires a ROM of Mario 64. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Well, that's easy enough. Once you overcome that hurdle, it's Pandora's box opened. Okay, awesome. Good to know. True, the sarcasm or a joke could be represented as, yeah, Kappa at the end of a sentence. Oh, dude, Kappa is so powerful. No, absolutely. Yeah, dude, I was going on FFC like this after I found out, after you guys told me about it. I went on this big, like, exploration, like, rabbit hole into FFZ, like, looking for all these emotes and stuff, trying to capture the exact expression that I wanted, like, the exact, you know, it was very particular what I wanted in an emote, you know, because every one of those emotes has a different level of expression, and the differences are quite subtle, but very distinct in what you want sometimes. So I was trying to look for a Mega Man emote that simulated Kappa, and I couldn't find anything that simulated that perfect level of sarcasm. It's not even just sarcasm. It's like sarcasm, smugness, humor. It's like a stifled kind of laugh, which you know, there's some level of like, you're laughing at something in a way. There are all these different notes to it, man. There are all these different flavors to it, which, you know, it's like, I take it, I look at it like a fine wine, you know? You taste all these different little flavors in a fine wine, and you can even, like, you know, smell it and pick up all these different little tones. I'm looking for all these little things in my emotes for the very particular flavor that I want. I am an emote connoisseur, you might say. Okay. I'm going to the scrapyard because this is just junk at this point. Everything I'm saying is just trash at this point. I don't even know what I'm saying myself. Try to decipher this. Okay. I'm actually going to. Okay, that emote has the perfect levels of... Okay, I'm tapping into my inner connoisseur here. What is the expression that's going on there? You are laughing and crying. You are both... See, the tiers of that denote an expression which is like, you know, you find something very funny, but not to the level that you are, like, rolling on the floor laughing. It's not a raffle kind of laugh. It's the kind of laugh which has you, like... Kind of like low-key intrigued. It's like a laugh that you know, the kind of laugh that you get out of something that is very clever. Clever to the point that you couldn't have thought of it yourself, but it was so clever that it brings tears out. Or something like that. I don't know, I gotta think about it more, honestly. But yeah, that too has a very distinct flavor to it. Yeah, despair as well. That's a good take on it too. See, that's okay. That's the other thing. These can all have different interpretations, and that's the other powerful thing about these emotes. I'm not saying at all that my take on these, like however much of a connoisseur I am, I'm not by any means willing to claim that my take is the objective take on all these things. They are very personalized, you know? Like, everything, all of our experiences in life have influenced our tastes, influenced our perception of reality. And that also goes into emotes. Like, we all perceive emotes in different ways, and they all have different flavors to us depending on our various colorful experiences in life. So that, no, but I definitely see what you mean, Magnus. That wasn't my first impression of it, but I think you are definitely right in saying that. I think it definitely can be perceived to have notes of despair in it. Like, I'm done, this is over, and I'm laughing. Because, like, it's such a level of despair to where you can only laugh at that point. Like, there's nothing you can do. You can't help yourself. You've registered the fact that you were gone. Like, say I'm thinking of, like, speedrunners, how they could, like, see a death coming from, like, the split second before it happens, and it's like they've registered it in their minds that it's over, and they're gonna have to reset. They see that it's like a split second before it happens, and that is the expression they make before it happens. It's like they can't help it. They know they can't get out of the way of that hazard at all. So either you laugh or you cry, or, and again, this is where the power of emotes comes in, or you do both. That is the emote that you use when you want to make it known that you are doing both at the time. We over here talking about the philosophy of expressiveness from emotes on Twitch. At the same time, this emote. What is that emote? Oh my god, no, I'm totally Varuni Rip right now. I'm Varuni 3 Rip right now. Wait. Cypher, what is that emote? Oh no! Oh, I'm oh. I can tell. Yeah, I can tell. I can tell. Yeah, I can tell it's a banana. Oh my god! I'm dying. Oh, that straight up killed. I can't. Yes, I can tell it's a banana. That's the only thing I can tell about it. Oh my god, what is wrong? I'm losing my freaking mind over the stupidest thing in the world. Oh my god. I'm still laughing. I gotta wait for that to scroll off the chat. I'm gonna be laughing until it scrolls off the chat, I swear. I don't know what that expresses. It expresses something. Okay, no, you know what? It deserves. I gotta go into it because, like, that triggered such a reaction out of me that I would be remiss in my duty of a connoisseur of emotes if I didn't go into it. Like, that is a level of expression that is beyond the understanding of my intellect on any conceivable level. That's a lazy way of saying that I can't. It makes me laugh so hard that I don't know. Dude, you know what? It's just stupid. That's, no, you know, it's just stupid. That's it. Oh no, Magnus. I had my laugh over that already. No, I respect you're trying to get me with that one, but no, I laughed over that one like far too hard already when I first found it. Like, no, I'm kind of over it, honestly. Like, that got me really hard the first time. When I found that on FFC, I was cracking the heck up. And I kind of wish I was on stream at the time to, like, yeah, you know, listen to my reaction afterwards. But no, that is still top tier. But I laughed at it so hard when I first found it that I'm kind of over it by now. That's not an inaccurate statement. No. What? No, make it stop. Make it stop. I thought it was bad enough the first time. No way, man. No way. Ain't no way it flashes, man. It's so stupid. Oh, what the heck? Oh. I'm cool now. I'm totally over it. Oh, where am I going? I don't have anything funny, but I have Eggplant, Simon, Belmont. Lynx, what are you doing with what even is that? I can't even see what that is. Oh, yeah. That's Eggplant, Simon, Belmont, all right. Yeah. I like that too. I'm kind of at the point now. You know, you laugh really hard at something, and it's like your body has to recover. Like it's not prepared to just go into this full, you know, like one series of ridiculous laughs, one after the other. Like you have to recover after a point. So it goes into this period of recovery, which like sort of numbs your senses. I'm in that phase right now where it's, yeah, no, that got it. Yeah, I'm kind of getting over it. My senses are kind of getting numb now. Oh, I'm dead. I mean, I died beforehand anyway. That's from Captain N? Wait, is it really? Oh, that's funny. Wait, Captain... Okay, wait, no. Yeah, Captain N the Game Master. That was the one with Bulbasaur Mega Man. Like, legit, Mega Man was seriously voiced by the guy who did... Or the person, I don't know if it was a guy or what. But the person who did Bulbasaur. That's why the voice sounds like a chain smoker. And he was green, yes, he was green. I love the, you know, the guy who made that, who made Mega Man green in that series, actually was interviewed about, he was asked some years later about why he made Mega Man green. And he like straight up said that he thought Mega Man was green. Like when it was something with how he played the games originally, like the Mega Man games. Apparently, I'm so dead by the way. Apparently, his screen had sort of a greenish tint to it. And, yeah, that's why he thought Mega Man was green. And that's why he made him green. It's actually really funny. Oh, gosh. I gotta focus here. Someday. Yeah, where Mega Man smoked a ton of Marlboros. For real. And this is Captain N's Alucard. Wait. Oh, I remember that. Yeah, dude, that is so nuts. All those designs are just so out there. Like, what were they thinking? I mean, it could only have happened during the era of video game artwork illiteracy, you know? I mean, that was a legit thing back then. Like, the artwork from the official sources wasn't very well circulated in the West a lot of times. Maybe you could find them if you wanted, but I mean, that was pre-internet, so it would have been hard. But yeah, different time for sure. Yeah, I had to use 80s TV I got for $4 in college from Goodwill. Yo, if the tint was ever so slightly off, Mega Man would be green. Oh, okay, Lynx, you know what's going on there then? Yeah, that's kind of what the guy was saying. Yeah, he got kind of a greenish tint from his CRT while playing Mega Man back in the day, which is really interesting. I mean, they did do things like that. I kind of recall, oh, excuse me, seeing things like that myself at the time. I don't know if anyone else had the experience back in the day of having to adjust their antennas. Because I remember having an antenna back then for cable. Was it cable? I don't know if it, no, it couldn't have been cable if it was antenna, right? But I don't know. I have a distinct memory of having to adjust the antennas to get certain stations in better. You know, for the old Saturday morning cartoons and stuff. And that was always fun. It was always an art. There was always an art to it. Getting it to appear just right with the proper reception. By the way, Alraz experienced the opposite as a kid. His TV had tint off the opposite way, so Mega Man kept it and looked blue. Oh, that's funny. That's great. I love it when it works out the other way like that, just totally unintentionally. That's awesome. Sometimes it just be working out like that. By the way, I always experience the opposite. Oh no, I already read that. Sorry. I got it confused with your other comment, which also had 4 lines of text. Ooh. Well, I really want to get that out of the way soon. I know I can get that junk out of the way. I can make it stop falling, but there's a particular method to it. Is it this one? Or is it further on? Ooh, that hit me at just the right angle for me to fall right in there. Ah, come on, not again. Yo, did any of you happen to watch Blue's Partnerversary yesterday? That Kaizo mod for Legends was crazy. I'd heard talk about it before, but I'd never quite seen it in action. And I only got there, like, right at the end, too, because I was doing my own stream, and then Blue wrapped up, like, 20 minutes later on. Went to sleep? Ah, that's a shame. Yeah, Blue stream's kind of late, too. Mostly around the time I stream, honestly. But yeah, it was his Partnerversary, his 5-year anniversary of being a partner on Twitch, or becoming a partner on Twitch, and he did a playthrough of the Kaizo, the Mega Man Legends Kaizo, that was designed by speedrunners and for speedrunners. I think a good 5 years ago, 6, 7, no, more like 7 years ago, honestly. But yeah, that was wild. I asked him where to get it, because I was kind of interested in trying it out for myself. But he made it known to me that it was kind of only for people who had mastered the game mechanics, like on a speedrun level. I mean, it's still available, but I think it's unfinished. That's the other thing about it too. Also, I think I'm kind of dead here unless I do a thing. Oh, come on, get in there. Good stuff. But yeah, I think it's unfinished. I think it only goes up to the airship stage. Oh, that's gonna be a little tight. Unless I can get Chrono on there. Shout out to this big machine just standing on the tiny little lever there. Good stuff. Okay, now, which one is it? I think this is the way to go. But if you go here or the other one, then you can turn off the junk from the ceiling. Yeah, you can. I think I'm too late, though. I'm too late, yeah. What about this one? What happens here? Yeah, junk. Oh, no, this is the one. Heck yeah. Oh, I do want that, though. Good stuff. The junk will no longer fall from the ceiling. Go here. I think we're this way. I wish I had the eraser. Okay, not that way, not that way. I think it's down here then. Yeah, that's it. Can I kill these things? I guess not. Can I go up there? Nope. Whoa, that didn't go up. There we go. Wait, why do I feel like I'm looping? Oh, I'm not. Yeah, I gotta do a thing with that. Oh, I know why. I went back to use that switch. And now I'm back where I was before. Okay. This is a bit of a maze. Oh, nope, 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 nope. Oh, God, that was tight. That was tight. Made it, though. Oh, there was another door back there, when I think about it. I forgot. Yeah. Something like that. Whoa, hold on, did we go here? What's over here anyway? I'm afraid of going through the uncolored doors because they can tend to lead you where you don't want to go. Oh. Maybe not? Okay, yeah, gotta go over there. The Mega Palette is done. I'll have to show you in a bit. Done? What do you mean by done? Was it not like, I was under the impression it was a, like, pre-rendered thing? Like, feature of the mod? Do you have to do something with it? Yeah, I wish I could scroll the camera down, but no. And I think this is the thing. Yeah, I can make this. Ooh, barely. Don't hit me. Chicken DMs. Ah, okay. Will do, will do. Where are the direct messages? Yo. Yo. Wait, Verunius, did you do that yourself? Or did you... Is that a... Okay, so wait, is that a custom Verunius original? Or was it a thing that was in the mod to begin with? Oh, dude, that is awesome. I likes it. You made it, dude. Nice. Dude, you are way more talented than I give you credit for. And I'm already inclined to give you a lot of credit. I already thought, I thought you were like, on a scale of 1 to 100, you were like 100. But turns out you're actually like a 200. By the way, if you ever want to impress someone you like, by the way, hold on. If you ever want to impress someone you like, and they're like, you know, hey, you look good today. And, you know, if they're in a cynical mood, they'll be like, what, you didn't think I looked good before? Here's a good response for you. You say, no. I thought you were like a 100 in terms of you know, good looking before. But now, now you're a 200. Or if you really want to go ham, you say, no, I thought you were 200 before. Now you're a 300. You know? You're like, you present it as like you're off the scale. Like beyond a 10 out of 10. That's how you do it. Yeah, Verunius with the created model, I know. Dude's going full ham. Yo, Verunius, thank you so much for that, by the way. I'm gonna love that when I actually go into it. I don't know. I mean, like, I don't got anything going on. I don't think I got anything going on Saturday. I mean, maybe that's a bit short notice, but... I mean, you know, that's a day I could do if you guys are inclined to go sooner rather than later for collab plans. I don't know if you're all still here, but... Yeah. I mean, I can do Saturday. I mean, as a soon... If you guys want to go soonest thing, then... Yeah. Tomorrow I got plans with Josh and David for the, Legends 5 Island. But, yeah, Saturday looks free. Again, I understand that that might be a little too short notice, though, so... You know... See what we can do individually. Oh, I like what they did with this guy's dialogue for the mod. You can do too, but gotta make sure this thing works properly. Yeah, that's true. We also gotta factor in configuration time. You know, like trying to make it work. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I shouldn't really jump the gun either, because I don't really know what it's gonna entail. I mean, I'm inclined to say it shouldn't be too hard, but there are always little problems along the way when it comes to mods sometimes. So, this might be one of those things. Yeah, I like what they did with this guy's dialogue in the Japanese version. he makes rock puns like associated with Rockman all the time, and it doesn't work so well in English because, you know, he's not Rockman anymore, he's Mega Man. So it's harder to make the rock puns work with that. I think what they ended up doing was they ended up making a you know, the band Megadeth. They ended up making like a Megadeth reference to kind of tie that in with the whole rock theme. It didn't end up flowing so smoothly though. Install the program, so I'm checking it out now. Okay, yo, working. Hey, dude, taking the initiative, jumping on the chance. Hey, respect. I'm gonna do that too as soon as I get the chance, and also make sure it's like working properly, because it's like it's a multi-phase thing, right? You gotta, you know, install the mod, gotta, you know, do what you gotta do to make it working, and then you gotta make sure it actually works, like, you know, play test it and whatnot. We'll see what we can do with Time Stopper here. Yo, Varunius, I'm amazed you're able to just like do that on the fly with the color palette. I'm just now thinking about that, and it's like I'm just now processing it, and like you whip that up super fast, man. like huge respect. Oh, missed the charge. Oh, he got the zombies out. What do I want to do? Let's stick with that again. Oh, 0 lives. That's not very fun. I really got to get that sub-tank. Wasn't I going to do that originally? I feel like I was. Oh, then I couldn't fly over. That's right. Good stuff. Come on, open up. I don't got so much time here. Oh, why do they have just like a lot of iframes, it seems? Got 0 lives, man. I can't afford to mess up now. What does he do here? Oh, that's right. Whoa, I forgot about the junk. Dang. No, I might be screwed. I think I could use another Time Stopper now. Don't use your guitar. Thank you. Okay. Let's see if we can do this. Oh, not the zombies. I gotta do this in time before they come and bite me. Nice. Whew. It's always so clutch. This has never been easy. Download the Mega Man X patch and Voices 2. Curious to check that. Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah. I am just now remembering that was a thing, too, when I saw it showcased during Mega May. Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, no, guys, I'm excited. I can't wait to try that out. I think, yeah, I'm so excited. That's gonna be fun. Like, again, I saw it in action, and I was like, this is so fun. I wish I had people to play this with. Heck yeah. I just now noticed it goes, yeah. Overwrite the data? Yeah. The thing with the mod. Okay, I think I will go back here now because a sub-tank would serve me well. Hey, can I get... Is there anything here? I thought there was something here. Huh. Weird. How obscure. How absolutely diabolical, even. You know, I'm glad that even if we can't get like Mega Man Legends mods, we can at least get cool stuff like that, you know? And like more 3D Mega Man goodness, even if it's not Legends. Where's the cave? Did I skip it? I hope I didn't skip it. I might have skipped it. Hoping we get mods for the Mega Man 64 recomp. Yeah, how long has that been out now? I feel like it should have happened already if it was going to... Well, I mean, all those things take time. I shouldn't be so quick to judge. That would be cool, though. What could they do? I think, I don't know. Like, what would you guys do? What would you guys do if you could make mods for Legends? I can't really think. Yo, screen's going too fast. Okay, now I know how to do this. Heck yeah. That's... okay, good. Okay, yeah, here's where the cave is. I thought I initiated the sub-quest, but I guess not. I really should have. Because this is the only place where I can get a sub-tank in hard mode. Usually, in normal mode, there are 4 sub-quests, or sub-tanks, excuse me. And in hard mode, there's only 1. And it's associated with that sub-quest right there. I think that's the only sub-quest I'm going to be doing. A lot of the sub-quests in this game are kind of tedious. Is there anything there? I took a spike. Is it game over? Okay, good, it's not. There's a life somewhere. But I'm not sure if it respawns. I can always turn on save assist if I need to, I guess. Where does this go down? Oh, okay, there's a pinwheel. Yeesh. Okay, maybe I should look up a fact, actually. Shadows to the screen going very fast. Tempted to say there's one in each area. Uh-oh. Can't jump. Okay, there we go. I might make it didn't fall. Ah, is this smart? It's probably not smart. Really? Come on, I was just barely out of your field view. Something up there? Oh. No, I gotta wait it out. Come on. Transform here, transform there, transform everywhere. Oh. Oh, my bad. This could probably spell the end of me. Turn on, so on! I know. All the Transos on here. Ooh. Very clutch health there. Maybe I should look this up. It legit has the potential to being the best version, short of a huge official remaster or remake. Yes, okay, guys, okay, time out. Go in the corner, think about what you did. Oh, wait, thank you. Okay, good. Yeah, you know, I feel like the Legends games in general have kind of always had the potential to have some good mods, but they've just never happened for some reason. Part of me wants to say that the games are just like coded in such a way to where they're not easy to mod. What with the you know, the way that the doors work, like you're needing to actually progress in the story to unlock some of the doors. I feel like that makes it just inherently difficult to mod in general. I don't know anything for sure, obviously, but I've heard other people say that too. Okay, I gotta take care of you. Okay, apparently not. You would think that does, like, you would think that would do an actual good amount of damage because the maneuverability of that form is so bad. So, you know, that would be a nice trade-off, but I guess not. Mega Man generally doesn't have the kind of fans to make huge ROM hacks outside of Classic. Well, that's the thing. I mean, Classic has a ton of ROM hacks. So, why do the others not? Because, like, I kind of feel like the X series is the most popular Mega Man series. Like, whenever you see people asking, okay, like, what's your favorite Mega Man series? Like, they usually say Mega Man X. Either X or Battle Network. It depends on their play styles, I guess. But X, generally, it has some ROM hacks, you know, usually improvement ROM hacks, but no, like, really creative ROM hacks that make them entirely different games, so to speak. Yeah, like in the same vein the Classic does. Unfortunately, the fandoms with that kinds of fans only care about NES Classic. You think so? That's an interesting take. I guess, you know, I've always also wondered if it was like an age thing. Like the people who grew up with Classic, they're generally in the NES game, like, era. And, you know, that kind of, like, automatically means they're old enough to kind of know, like, been around and, like, know things more. Like, understand how to ROM hack and, like, be actually proficient in doing really creative things just because they've been around the block more. You know, like, they're older, so they got more know-how in, like, making things like that. That's your take? Okay. Yeah, and that's also why, you know, thinking it over even more, I mean, the Classic series has, like, Mega Man Maker and, you know, so many fan games associated with it, whereas, like, Mega Man X, it has a couple. It has a couple fan games, but it doesn't have, there isn't, like, a Mega Man X Maker out there. And yeah, there are only, like, a few, like, Mega Man X fan games, despite the fact that Mega Man X is apparently, like, the most popular Mega Man series among fans. So yeah, I guess that would kind of, like, contribute to that theory that it is mostly the Classic fans who have the ability to do the really creative things with ROM hacks and whatnot, and fan games as well. I do really want to see more Mega Man X fan games though, because the ones that have come out, they've been really good. From what I know, anyway. Like Mega Man X Remake was just stellar. It was hard as nails. I definitely raged my fair share when I played it for the first time. But you know, you practice long enough and you kind of get the hang of things, and then it becomes fun after a point. Battle Network has a healthy ROM hack scene, but it's mainly restoration and revamps of Battleship Challenge and 4.5 to make them more traditionally playable. Yeah, dude, I remember seeing those showcases of those projects for Mega Man. I was actually the host on board a couple of them. The like the Battleship Challenge thing. There's apparently a whole online project dedicated to like you know, online matches that you can do with fellow fans, like with that like gameplay system, you know, in place, like basically a whole like online Battleship Challenge sort of thing, you know, where you can fight other fans and do online matches and whatnot, which really cool stuff. And it's an active community too. Like I was surprised to see just how active it was when it was showcased. I think a lot of that's due to the fact that kind of system is so simple. Like, you know, you really go into it and it's pretty much like the heart and soul of it is like an RNG kind of system. Like there is some strategy involved, but you know, there's also a lot of RNG involved. So you know, it's kind of simple to get into, simple and accessible. And Battleship, or excuse me, 4.5. Yeah, there was a really interesting showcase that someone did of that game where they were able to use the Battleship Gate with that game via a homebrew sort of system, where which they were able to link up with the game and get it to work. Like super interesting stuff. Like, yeah, and it was all fan made. Like. Holy crap, now that's what really took me off guard. Like, to find out that there was an actual homebrew project which, you know, got the Battleship Gate working on a digital scale, you know? So that you don't have to, like, use the physical thing anymore. Because, you know, I knew about the Battleship Gate from a long time past. You know, I had a bud who was super into it. Like, he didn't have it himself, but he thought that the idea was super interesting. And, like, when I was a kid, I had those, like, physical battleships that were used for the Battleship Gate back then. In the West, they became part of just, like, a standard, like, handheld, sort of like Tamagotchi sort of deal. Where it was, like, you had, like, what do you call it? It was like a Neopets deal where you had like a physical battle, a physical PET, and there would be like, you know, you'd have like a Mega Man like sort of game on there, kind of in the vein of like a Neopets sort of deal. I don't know what you call it. I don't know the proper terminology for all these things. I just know it was kind of like in the vein of a Tamagotchi sort of thing that we got in the West, and that's where you could use like the battleships for. But in Japan, like the battleships had an additional function via Battle Network 4.5. Yeah, a virtual pet sort of thing is what I'm trying to say. Like in actual, like not just a PET, but like an actual virtual pet, you know, sort of thing that it had going on. And I loved the heck out of that when I was a kid, because, you know, like I could be Lan, you know, with his, because it was a really neat little replica of the PET from, I think it was Mega Man Battle Network 4 that design was from. So yeah, super cool, like just on a physical level. But yeah, like you couldn't get that thing to actually work with any Battle Network game that was released in the West. 4.5 was an exclusive, you know, a Japan exclusive. We didn't get that in the West. And you know, it wasn't necessarily a good game, but it was cool in that it allowed you to really kind of take on the role of like a legit navigator, or like is that what you call the people who handle net navies, like in Battle Network? They're called navigators, right? I can't quite remember, but operators. Thank you, Lynx. Yeah, so that was cool. It's like you can kind of put yourself in the place of an operator, and you know the navi that you chose. There were so many different navis you can choose in that game, and they all operated by themselves. Like they were like you couldn't control them. They were they had like their own AI. That they kind of went off by their own. So and then your main function was that you gave them chips. So you gave chips for the AI to use, and it simulated the experience of a Battle Network operator very nicely, I thought. And again, I never actually got to do it myself, but I always dug that idea, like putting yourself in those shoes, and kind of living the dream, living the Battle Network dream. I think there's one down here. Got the PET Advanced Mega Man design and base design and a couple battle chips. Yo, nice. Yeah, I remember back in the day, in the West, what we didn't get 4.5, but we did get the battle chips, and those came with like the figures and stuff. Like the Battle Network figures and stuff that were released in the West, and those were really cool too. I had a few of those. Back in the day, that Battle Network anime was like my favorite thing ever. Let me go. It's just a CD. Wait, why isn't the D-pad working? Why did my D-pad fail there? What the heck? Okay, 2 lives. My D-pad has been kind of glitching out lately, which is not the best thing. I feel like it's been like one of the last couple of days. I don't know what that's about. The Progress PET from Battle Network 5 was the best PET. It had an actual overworld isometric game world to explore and find bosses like in the actual GBA games. Oh, did we get that in the West, Lynx? I assume you're talking about like a physical version. No? Okay, what are you talking about then? Oh, you're talking about the one in the game? Oh, we didn't get the... Okay, you're talking about that no meant that we didn't get it in the game. Or didn't get it in the West, excuse me. I'm a little tired. Still need to find all this stuff here. Only got 2. Maybe I can still go. I'm like looking around for this stuff, but I also don't want to die. So since I'm here, I may as well save. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. The Advanced PET didn't sell well? Huh. I would have really thought it sold well, like primarily from a, just being able to have it sort of thing. Like even if that PET didn't do anything, I think I still would have gotten it. Like, just to have the actual replica on hand, Something based off it, something real that I could hold. Also, the Advanced PET, Mega Man, and Proto Man came out in ugly blisters, but the Japanese releases in nice boxes like they were real phones. Oh, that's cool. Couldn't bring myself to open the base one because of that. I get that. That's awesome, though. They really went all out. I guess, dude, Battle Network was its own world at the time. Its own culture, its own subculture in its own way. There was so much hype surrounding it. I often wonder what it was with that game. Like how it got so, how it became the multimedia franchise it did, and on what budget at the time. Because it's like, Battle Network 1 came out, and it was like mediocre. Then Battle Network 2 came out, and it was better, but still kind of mediocre. Then Battle Network 3 is where it really headed off. But I always kind of wonder, what it was about that series that allowed Capcom to keep trying until they got it right, and then eventually it became this multimedia storm. Because it's very interesting to me when I stop to think about it. Okay, we're gonna die, but at least we will have gotten a good look at our surroundings. Card games like Yu-Gi-Oh!, phone and internet were new and exciting. Digital World was huge among Japanese children. The Mon genre taking off because of Pokemon. Yeah, yeah, Lynx, you know, you got a good point there. It was kind of like the perfect embodiment of so many popular subgenres at the time. I mean, you had, like you're saying, the card mechanic. It was kind of like a tribute. It was a lot of what a lot of what kids recognized and were into at the time as a result of other franchises and other animes and shows and games and whatnot. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. It had like the Pokemon kind of collectathon thing going for it. Had the phone thing going for it. It had the card thing going for it, and all of those things were popularized via different franchises and over time. So it kind of collected those genres and kind of put them together in the perfect package. When you think about it, can't be replicated. Lightning in a bottle. Yeah, it's very interesting stuff. Jane d'Arc, I don't know how you pronounce that, were also huge at the time. The marketing of Battle Network 1 and 2 using their songs, Neo Venus and whoop, I'm dead. There's a life right there. We'll make use of that. So was that, were those Japanese? Like those songs? I'm guessing we're talking about the Japanese, versions. Rentai went to Japan, but couldn't find any Jane physical album. Japanese marketing songs. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. I guess it was also really handy that, well, actually, set me straight on this. When did... I want to say Battle Network also came out at the kind of the peak of GBA popularity too, or it got popular around the time of GBA popularity. But it really is an interesting case when you stop to think about it in comparison to the other Mega Man games. You know, they kind of... Oh, I'm sorry, I got my brain divided between the game and commentary right now. Someday I will be an actually good streamer and be able to roll soliloquies off the top of my tongue while playing the game in a masterful manner. Oh, Battle Network was a launch title. Oh, was it really? Ah, okay, I forgot about that. Where the heck is all this stuff I need? Okay, I'm gonna dig up a fact now. I got the pinwheel, I got the L-Tank. Shoutouts to L-Tank, by the way. I thought about adding that as an emote. I might still do it, because, like, for L-Takes, you know? Like, L-Opinions. Like, opinions which are an actual L, and you shouldn't say them. Maybe there's something up there. I hope there's not something up there, because I don't have Bifrost right now. Okay, looking it up. Getting it together. Figuring it out. Give me a hot moment, folks. Or if you can't spare me a hot moment, give me a cold second. And if you want a gauge, or if you want to know just how long a cold second or hot moment is, think about when you're really hot or when you're really cold. Like, you're in actual pain there, and pain tends to stretch out time. Like you are, you're so cold, you're so hot, and you can't wait to get out of those environments and into into actual good temperatures. So time just drags out, and that's the kind of hot moment or cold second I mean. Like, give me some time here. Let me see. I always say, whenever I want someone to wait for me for something, okay, count to 20 and I'll be done. Or like count to 15 and I'll be done. And it never works out because they usually count too fast. I mean seconds. Where's the stuff? Yo, Magnus. Magnus, you wrote a FAQ for the first ZX game. You wrote a subquest FAQ for the first ZX game back in the day. Why didn't you write one for ZX Advent? I could have used it about now. Sorry, I'm looking this up. Why does Subtank not have... Subtank doesn't have a dash between sub and tank, really? I was trying to control plus F that, and it showed just Subtank as one whole word. I always thought it was two words, like separated by a dash. The more you know. Okay, where are these things? Okay, here we go. Got the pinwheel. Got the L tank. The old balancer and the light bulb are what I seem to need now. Near the start of Area 3, just above you. Okay. Start of Area 3, just above you. Gotcha. Looking it up. Where's the chat? Where did I put it? There you are. Go back in time and write it right now. I know, it can be so easy if you just let it. Okay. So where am I now? I think we're in Area 3? Oh wait, do I have to use Bifrost? Because I don't have Bifrost. I gotta use Bifrost. I don't have Bifrost! Okay, let's try something sneaky. I don't know if this will work. Probably won't. Okay, well, I lasted longer than I thought I would. Nah, come on, man. I was hoping I can get those guys to fire a lot later on, but it's not happening. Let's see if we can cheese it. If we don't die in the process. Okay, we're gonna try this out. Although I'm gonna die anyway, though, if I hit those guys, and I will hit those guys. Two lives, huh? Try to spawn in some life. Somehow. Oh, I could have done it there. There we go. Hello? Wind? Stop it, please? Thank you, Wind! Oh, I could have cut that. Dang, I'm missing all my opportunities here. just want to be able to take one hit for when I run up against those guys, as I inevitably will. Okay, so the goal here is try to hover over there, and I will hit those guys, but hopefully it'll be in just enough time. Nope. He got me. He sniped me. Oh, shout out to the fact that Chrono Force could even be knocked. Could even be blown by the wind. Okay, well, we're gonna try this guy, but it probably won't work. Especially with that kind of energy. Okay, I think I'm just gonna have to take the L tank. As in, take the L. No, we're not winning. I discovered that I apparently need Bifrost for this. I tried to cheese it with Chronos Force to try to, like, buy me some time to fly up there. But those guys are too fast, and they snipe you out of the air. So I can't do it. So we have to come back for this later on. 'Tis fine, though. I know, major oofs. But 'tis fine. You don't start expert mode in this game expecting an easy time. By any means. I'm just glad that the sub-tank is as easy to get as it is via that sub-quest in this game. In the first ZX game, on hard mode, the only sub-tank you can get in that game was via a much more tedious sub-quest, which involved your having to go through a Area L like 6 times in a big series of sub-quests for that, and it was annoying as heck. So I'm glad this one is like, you know, providing you have the proper forms, it's just one trip through this area to find like 4 different things, and that's it. So a lot more accessible, a lot more manageable. I'd be more inclined to complain about this if it weren't for the ZX sub-tank, which is still fresh in my memory all day, every day. Yeah, it's true. It is kind of locked behind many abilities. I want to say it's mainly Bifrost, though, that is standing in my way now. If I'm not mistaken. Let me actually double-check on that. Because it's like the old balancer and the light bulbs that I'm missing. Yeah, so I'm going to need Thetis. I'm, like, heading right there, so shouldn't be too big of a problem. Not too big of a problemo. Wait, why do I need Thetis, actually? Use Thetis to be able to see where it is on the subscreen. Oh, well, if it's just a matter of seeing. Yeah, I think all I need is Bifrost now. But unfortunately, Bifrost you don't get until much later, until like after you get Model ZX. So that's gonna really have to go on the back burner for now. Oh well, I think we can still buy E-Tanks though, from that one place. Do everything I can do to make it more manageable. To be honest with you, I'm quite surprised that I'm doing as well as I am. Like, I think I've game overed once, maybe in the junk, yeah, the scrapyard stage, but that's about it. So, you know, all things considered, it's pretty going okay. But I mean, if you were comparing that even to ZX1, I mean, you don't get that sub-tank until much later in the game as well, because you can't initiate that series of subquests that unlock the sub-tank until you get through Area L, and that may as well be like endgame. Like, there are a few stages after that, but Area L is, by all intents and purposes, the last of the 8 Robot Masters, and then it kind of goes into Fortress territory. Wait, why am I here? Why am I here? No, I can't get out, can I? I think I'll have to reset the save. I did not intend to go here. Yeah, let's just reboot that. this is where I was going. So Riz mentioned to me last stream that this this song's apparently a remix. Wait, what's going on? Oh, it's booting up. Okay, it's revving up. I did not recognize that song for a second. But yeah, apparently this song has like undertones of Mega Man X intro theme, which I've never noticed before, but I'm gonna pay attention to it this time. I'll be interested to see if the remaster has the same notes. Okay. You know what? I'm not sure if I hear it either. I'm paying close attention, but that should be where the song loops. Like now it's, I mean, you know, now it's doing its extended sort of thing as per the remaster. But that initial loop should have been indicative of a remaster or of a remix of that intro theme if there was one. Oh. No, he meant here. Yeah, he meant here for sure. Because at the time he was playing ZX Advent. I know because I follow him. He's like going through the late 2010s, or you know, late 2000s Mega Man games one by one. I can't get that right now. It's a great song though, like just in its own right. Phenomenal tune. I really do love the music of ZX Advent, I gotta say it. I think it's better than ZX1, honestly. Oh wait, I'm gonna need Chrono for that. Okay, fade off. Let's go with this. Oh, look at that. There is no energy expansion item. Or energy upgrade item. I forgot about that for a hot minute. Shoutouts to Model F for making this so easy. Honestly, both of these there are two mini bosses in this stage, and both of them are so easy with Model F. I feel like that was kind of a thing that this game was trying to do, where they kind of established like a sequence where, you know, certain forms that you get late, like most recently, they end up being very useful in the following stages. We shoot up! We do! We shoot up! Whoa! Oh, we almost dead too. We shoot up in all the most German sort of spelling that we can afford. Good stuff. Speaking of Riz, he really struggled with this section. He thought he had to wait it out, but no. He didn't know he had to shoot at it. But yeah, really easy fight. I told you I'd shoot. Why? But you didn't believe me. Why didn't you believe me? Okay, that's a reference to something, and I just straight up don't know what it is, and I feel bad. Check your DMs. Okay. Holy crap! You and Vrunius are both messaging me. What? Zero has invaded the Mushroom Kingdom. Yo, he's black. He's black Zero. Yo, that's so cool. Wait, I lost it for a second. Dude, Magnus, that is so cool, man. Oh, that's cool. Wait, that's so cool. Wait, it's got the life bar as well, like adjusted for to make it look like X. It's got the 0 lives next to it. It's even got like the black Zero sprite head. So cool. The boy came back. I know, our boy's back. It's very relevant because just getting hot off the heels of 0-4, where Zero just straight off dies. And now he back. He back, boys. Oh, Varunius, what did you share here? GitHub. GitHub. I don't know GitHub. I only know GutHub. You spelled it wrong. Shout outs to that one. Wait, what is this? Ensure palette buckets don't render when off screen. Wait, what? Varunius, I need context! Because I'm stupid. Or I can just actually go to the page itself and, like, read it? Read what it's about? Ensure palette buckets don't render when off screen. Fix cannot modify mark. Oh, this is the thing for the mod. Okay. Varunius, what the heck do I do with this? Please enlighten me with your generational knowledge or something. I don't know. With your extreme intellect and your 5 brain and all that good stuff. May have to leave soon because it's getting late. Yeah, dude, I'm impressed you've been able to stick around for as long as you have been. Hey, shoutouts for you. Thank you so much for sticking it out. Good to have your company all day, every day. It's for if you need additional characters. Oh, okay. So, like, you could straight up, I don't know, mod anything in? If you have the know-how, I guess. I mean, I don't have the know-how, so I feel like I wouldn't be using that. But that's cool that it's out there. Like a legit dedicated tool for that. Very nice. But yeah, no worries, Varunius. Head off when you need to. And do what you need to do. Get your sleep. Rest easy. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Ren and Stimpy, the happy Jeff. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yo, guys, don't wish him off yet. He said he was leaving soon. He isn't leaving now. You're gonna make him leave. He's gonna feel not welcome. It's gonna be like, get out of here, Varunius. Don't push him out. Don't push him out. Ah, come on, man. Things are on my case. Oh, we're good. Lol, Lamau even. Have you ever been inclined to combine both Raffle and Lamau? I have, because I like the over-the-top kind of expression that it denotes. Like, the fact it stands for, like, if you put them together, it comes out as rolling on the floor, you know, laughing my A off. And, yeah, I like the over-the-top, very extreme connotations that it denotes. Even if it sounds like you're low-key dying. Like, legit almost dying from laughter. Oh wait, I can freeze time here. Let's straight up do that. And then I think we can use Model F to stun it. Okay, move. Oh, that can do that too, I guess. Or just spam it. Yeah, didn't know what I wanted to do for a second there. Dude, it's so hard not to backseat some people sometimes. Like, I know this stuff. And I haven't played ZXAV in a whole lot, but I know this stuff. But I see first-time people going through it, and it's like, it's so easy to do when you know what to do. But if you don't know that trick, then you'll just be, like, running backwards for a ridiculous amount of time. Like, waiting for that guy to open up and expose his weak point. And then you get, like, P-shots off at it. So it can be a little tricky. Oh, boss fight. Okay, let's go. Yo, I can actually swim. Okay, come on, man. Come down. I thought I left enough time there for you to... This is taking way too long. Yo, he's over there? What are you doing over there, man? Come over and play. Oh, missed that. I think I'm screwed, like Loki. Ouch. Yeah. I hope I have more lives. Oh, wait. I'm not playing the English version, so I won't be able to hear his crazy line. Thetis has a hilarious line after you beat him, where he's like, "It's too bad. I thought you at least would understand what I'm trying to accomplish." It's the most hilarious line in the game. It's so funny. Okay, let's try to line this up nicely this time. Good. That's good timing. But yeah, I unfortunately can't show it off here because this is not the Japanese, or it's not the English version. He's gonna take his time, isn't he? Where'd he go? I can hear him swimming. Haha. Okay, I think I can do another one. Heck yeah. Oh, that's a perfect position, too. Okay. Okay, we'll just wait. Where are you, man? No, not that. Not that. I thought that would get him. Shoot. I really thought that would kill him. The homing missile was locked onto him. It was, like, going in his direction. But he just flew out of its hitbox. Okay, now we'll get him. Really? Yeah, dude, you gotta go. You gotta go, man. Try this. Okay, no, actually... Homing missile will do it. There we go. That took way too long. Oh yeah! Funny for GV3 story, they added, or they recycled, what's this guy called? Thetis? Yeah. Recolored him slightly, called him Shiran, and went, yep, new character, Donut Steel. Okay, Shiran. You know what, man? I'm struggling to remember who that was. I didn't finish Gunvolt 3. I played a little bit of it. I never got to the ending. Was he like one of the early characters? He was like one of the first characters you end up meeting, am I right? I can vaguely recall him. But, okay, you know what? I wanna get this behind my brain, too. Boss form has a womanly form. Okay, that sounds like what I'm thinking of. Shiran in Gunvolt 3. Oh yeah, yeah, I know that character. Yeah, you're right. It does look a lot like Thetis, albeit more feminine. Yeah, you're right. Pretty much a one-to-one like homework copy. Yo, Lynx, what have you been thinking so far about the plot details that have been revealed for Gunvolt GX, I think is what it's going to be called? Like, there's some really interesting stuff going on with Xiao's character there. I'm kind of surprised they've revealed as much as they have, honestly. Like, I thought they would save that for the game. I did see a tweet from you, actually. Yeah, I think I did see that tweet from you about that. Yeah. Oh, we got another one here. It's not Bifrost, though, fortunately. Question is which? Oh, you had several? Okay, I saw one. I guess you didn't just make one. In which case, let me see the one that you're referring to. Been tweeting nonstop? Okay, well, never mind then, man. I'm not thinking of probably what you're thinking. I know you made one tweet. Well, the tweet I saw was specifically referring to Xiao and the story treatment of him. That's been revealed so far. But maybe you've been making several. A lot of traction in socials. You can't be insane if you're schizo. Dribbles turn out to be true. That's true, yeah. Yeah, I know. It's kind of crazy how it all worked out, where it's almost like Suda was just reading the fan fictions and the fan theories and just like threw them into the game to prevent like ticking anyone off. It's like the fans can't get mad at me if I'm using their own theories. I don't know how these quests work. I guess they're kind of tied to the story. It's only E-tanks. Yeah, E has an E-tank! Yo, let's go. No cake, though. If I recall correctly, Zistel, the GV wiki dude, had Sidier, the Spaniard dude who translated the Mega Man Zero materials, help him out with Gunvolt complete works. Ah. Interesting. I remember working with Sidier a long time ago. He really came in clutch for translation stuff back in the day. He was always really cool too, and how he was always very eager to volunteer, and he was fast too. I will say, you know, if I had to nitpick, his translations were not always the most accurate, but you can understand them. You know, like they could tend to be kind of stiff, I think, and usually I had to edit them a bit. But I think that's kind of like due to his like Spaniard roots, maybe. Like I don't know how much of a handle he has on English, but yeah, no, he was a very big help when I needed some like a rough understanding of something in Japanese. Yeah, like I was personally in touch with him via email, if I remember correctly. Yeah. Lynx, I think you and I are on the same wavelength, like about his English grasp. I kind of picked up on that too. But hey, I mean, you know, you can't make too many complaints about someone who is so willing to volunteer their effort or their work. I mean, you know, I'm so grateful to how willing he was to help out there. And like I said, most of his translations were understandable. So yeah, I'm not complaining at all. I am overwhelmingly, my overwhelming feeling is that of gratitude, as opposed to one of nitpicking. So, but you know, like I think of my impressions and I'm just inclined to say immediately what comes to mind. Yeah, is Sidier still translating things? Like, is he still like in the zone of like Mega Man translations and whatnot? Yeah, level-headed guy, I hear ya. Which I believe the first instance of Xiao maybe having a time septum it came from. Yeah! Excuse me. Yeah, I kind of picked up on that too. Very interesting stuff. Me and a friend endearingly called him the kanji conquistator when he comes up during our talks about fan-traded materials of Gunvolt and Mega Man Zero. Since, dang, look at learning kanji is a hell of its own. Yeah. No, you're absolutely right, man. That guy, he is very well schooled in kanji, or in the harder arts that many of us just do not want to learn or even try to learn. So, you know, shout out to him for that too. Dude, shout outs to so many people in the Mega Man fan base who have just been, man, going at it for so long. I mean, we're talking decades at this point that they've just been doing their thing. It's honestly insane when you really think about how long some of these people have been going at it. Conquistador? What? Oh, I feel so bad sometimes not getting these references because I'm given the impression that I live under a rock. I think that's why I feel so inclined to meme when I can meme, because it's like I feel the need to be like, look guys, I get some memes even though I don't get all of them. It's like I'm not completely under a rock. Oh, wait, wait, that is how conquistador is pronounced, means conqueror in Spanish. Oh, okay. Wait, conquistador? What? That is not how I was inclined to pronounce that at all. See, I would have been inclined to say, like, conquestor. Or yeah, conqueror. Yeah, conqueror would have been another way to go. Many different ways of doing things that you can't all process past midnight. I don't even know where I'm going anymore, man. Oh, I think we are going to Queen Bee. Yeah, Queen Bee is our next objective. Conquistadorer. I'm the bestest conquistadorist person. Yo, Lynx, do you happen to know what kind of Spanish Sidier is fluent in, by the way? Because I've always been a little curious about that. Also, Triforce, I don't think I ever said hi to you. Welcome the heck in. Thanks for dropping by for the ZX Advent Party. Spaniard. Okay, that's what I wanted to say. I thought it was Spaniard, yeah. Here's a tip. Spanish is phonetically consistent the same way Japanese is. Yeah, I know it. I know. It's a interesting connection there. I understand a little bit of Spanish, not as much as I'd like to. But Lynx, I believe, is Mexican, so he could probably although I don't know how fluent he is in Japanese though, so maybe not, but maybe some knowledge there somewhere. The thing about Spanish, though, is that it doesn't have kanji, which is a huge difference, I think, in its favor. Yeah, Mexican and Japanese is very lacking on vocabulary conjunction. Well, hey, man, since there is that connection, you might find that it is easier for you to learn Japanese. No, but I've always really appreciated that about Spanish. It is, it makes so much more sense than English. It's so much more consistent than English. It's not perfectly consistent. No, I don't think any language is, unless you want to be, like, super stiff, maybe. But, no, that's something I've always appreciated about it. It's like, it's so wonderfully consistent in so many ways. It's also just so much more expressive in some ways. Like, I think, the English language, for example, doesn't have very many ways to express the word love. You know, because there are different ways of feeling love, and there are different kinds of love. You know, like, well, like familial love, or like spousal love, or like, you know, the love of a hobby, the love of a sport. We kind of just have one word for saying all of that in English. But in Spanish, there are several different words for it, and they all have different connotations, and it makes it so much better. I love the ability to express things freely with different connotations that all have subtle undertones, you know? Very nice. Yeah, there's no nuance to English love. Exactly. Exactly, Lynx. It's very important, I feel. You know, honestly, I feel like the lack of that is kind of the reason, or part of the reason, that Americans may always be so negative. It's like when you don't have words, when you don't have so many words to express love, you're not going to be very inclined to feel love in many ways, you know? Whereas on the contrary, like we have so many different, I think, words to describe like dislike for something, you know? And maybe that's why we're more negative, or it might be one of the reasons. But yeah, I mean, I look at, I mean, granted, you know, the Spanish language didn't originate from Mexico, but I look at a lot of Mexicans and how happy they are, you know, in comparison. And I think, well, you know what? I feel like the Spanish language must have contributed to that in more than a few ways. Spaniards also, I think. You know, I mean, you can go on all night about different forms of Spanish, like the different cultures that speak Spanish. And I think a big thing that they all kind of and I don't know all of them by any means, but I think the ones I do know, I feel like what they generally share in common is that they're a lot more upbeat and a lot happier. Maybe not all equally, but you know, I feel like they're generally more upbeat than what you find in America. It's quite probable, yeah. I'm sorry, I want to read the chat for a second. So they worried people would get the wrong idea if they said love, yeah. Yeah! No, absolutely, Lynx. Like, I have genuine gripes with that, you know? Like, you talk about love, and people can get the wrong impressions easily. And it's a problem, you know, with relationships. Like, you know, whether you're talking, like, family relationships or, you know, romantic relationship, it could be a genuine problem that can contribute to a lot of confusion, you know? Yeah. Or for, like, hobbies and stuff as well. Yeah, a lot of different nuance and undertones and all that sort of thing. This is why the song More Than Words exists. Yeah, absolutely. You know, I think a lot about, when I was in school, I read 1984 by Orwell, George Orwell. You know, a work of literature which is just, you know, gone down in cultural history, obviously. And, you know, and it kind of depicts this, like, post-apocalyptic world where, you know, it's like extreme communism is at the like the top of power, and basically there's this like system in place that the extreme communists set in place where they try to limit language, like they try to reduce the words in the language so that people can express feelings less, or just express anything less. And the idea behind that is that it contributes to a sort of like, you know, like if you're unable to express things, you're unable to like think of them, you know, in the same way. So like it contributes to sort of like a lack of intelligence, you know, sort of like your inability to express things kind of contributes to your like not thinking so much about them and like their undertones and what they mean. And yeah, it kind of makes you more brain dead, and that kind of works into their plan, because a more brain dead populace, a more unintelligent populace, is going to be like more willing to like go along with their schemes and whatnot, or just be more passive, you know. A very interesting plot point, which I both agree and disagree with on several notes, because I think there's a counter argument to be made that you know, even if you don't have a word to describe a feeling, you can still describe it, but just in more words, you know? Like, we might not have a word for familial love in the English language, but, like, you can say familial love, you know? And it takes more words, but you can still express it. So I kind of go both ways about whether I do think that not being able to say a word makes you more brain dead in some ways. Yeah, Newspeak. Yeah, Lynx, you're onto exactly what I'm talking about there. And I hated that book. It was a very traumatic thing for me to read at the age that I read it. Because it has some horrible imagery. Some imagery that really sticks with you, and not in the best way. Like it's like legit nightmare fuel in some parts. But some of the philosophical stuff in there, like about language and whatnot, and how language contributes to more or less intelligent populace, I thought that was extremely fascinating. And yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of caught between whether I agree with it or not. But I think I think they were kind of onto something, at the very least. It goes both ways. For example, Spanish doesn't have a word for cringe, so much Gen Z use the English word as a loan word, Anglicanism. Yeah. That's an interesting thing, too, that Spanish doesn't have a word for cringe, because it's almost like, these kind of things, I feel like they really do say something about the culture. I am almost inclined to think that because they didn't think of a word for cringe, they're not so inclined to have a cringe culture. Or something. I don't know. It makes you think about it. And that's the main point of it, I think. It's like, it's important just to think about this stuff and like weigh it in your mind. Be like, wait, that guy might have had a point. But yeah, the implications of Newspeak, I thought have always been very interesting. Especially, when you look at it in comparison with our times, and like you look at the vocabulary that Shakespeare had in his time and what he was able to express with the vocabulary that he had in Old English at the time that he lived. It's like a completely different language in so many ways. Like a lot of the words he's using, like go back and read a work of Shakespeare and you'll be just astounded at how many words he uses that are just lost to time. Like we just straight up do not know what they mean these days. But during the time, I dare say they had a actual meaning, which, was completely different from any word that we have in the English language now, And, like over time, we're kind of developing our own words. Like we're kind of developing newer words, like as our culture advances. Like, Lynx, what you brought up with the word cringe, that's a perfect example. Like that wasn't that word. That's a new word. With its own separate form of connotations that were not present, I think, in Shakespeare's time. So there are like these trade-offs that are taking place, where, yo, Kino the Rat, yo, hey man, good to see you on board, hey, happy to have you. Dude, okay guys, real quick here, I want to give some Kino the Rat lore real quick. I raided into this guy on 2 separate occasions. I raided into him yesterday and like a couple nights before that. And it was the nicest surprise. Like I had no idea who this guy was. But I was just looking for someone to raid. And it's always so hard to find late night people to raid, because, you're going late night too. And like there's no one online. Everyone's asleep. So I was looking for someone else to raid. And so naturally I was looking in the Legends category because I was streaming Legends at the time. And I found Kino the Rat here. He was streaming Legends on the original hardware. Dude, it was such a nice surprise. This guy here was the most wholesome dude I think I've ever raided into. And not that I've been back to this whole streaming gig for very long since I, picked it up as a hobby again. But man, I got it, guys. This guy was so wholesome, such an awesome Legends fan. And kind of, honestly, I saw him as like totally cut from the same mold I was cut from. Like this guy was having to pause his game periodically to talk for long periods of time and just not play the game. Just because like he was in the zone and like so tuned into his chat. And he just had some like great insights about Legends and Mega Man. And it's like, dude, I felt this guy was totally cut from the same mold. Like, no joke. I'm totally gonna shout him out here because you guys gotta check him out. He streams Legends, Mega Man Legends on Mondays, I think is what he said. But yeah, it was such a nice surprise. Like, that was the biggest takeaway from it for me. Usually I raid into people and, they're appreciative of the raid. But and I appreciate their appreciation. But Kino is someone that I really vibed with, like from the moment I rated him, and I stuck with. I was on his stream, or I was in his chat for quite a while, even after I rated, and I was that day I was streaming for a long time. I think I was playing. What was I playing? I was playing one of the Zero games, I believe. And I was streaming that. I was streaming one of the Zero games for quite a long time. Then Blue rated into me. And, it was like right when I was like thinking about quitting, but then Blue rated into me with like 122 raiders. And I was like, I couldn't quit then because it was like I had all those people on and I didn't just want to drop them like the hat, So I streamed on for like an additional hour or two after that, just because I felt like I owed it to them as like in appreciation to Blue as well for that raid. But yeah, I was so happy that I was able to take that raid into Kino's chat or into his channel and give him the attention that I felt he so much deserved. It was such a cool discovery. But yeah, Kino, I'm gushing you up. I'm probably turning you into Kino-sized mush or something like that anyway. And I'm sorry for that, but I'm passionate about. I'm so grateful to the people who raid into me. And, the people who I share great conversations with and whatnot, because it leaves an impression. And I've always been one like 10 times more eager to gush about the things I love, as opposed to complain about the things I dislike. Like that's just my nature. So now, guys, do not be fooled by this guy's screen name. He is not a rat by any means. He is just a really cool guy. Okay, I'll stop now. Yo, Bakino, welcome the heck in. I'm playing Mega Man ZX Advent. I am all about Mega Man. I've been a uber Mega Man fan since I was a kid. I always say this to everyone that I just meet, but there was a time in my life, when I was a kid growing up, because I grew up in the golden age of Mega Man, where just like so many Mega Man games were coming out, and I was all there for it. But I grew up in a time where I felt like I had no need to explore any other game series besides Mega Man, because Mega Man had me covered on so many different game genres. Like if I wanted a platformer, I played Mega Man like Classic, X, or Zero. If I wanted a Metroidvania, I'd play ZX. If I wanted a 3D game, I'd play Legends. If I wanted an RPG, I'd play Battle Network or by extension Command Mission. Like that's kind of its own niche. But yeah, so many different genres that came out of the golden age of Mega Man, and it was the best time to pick up gaming at the time for me. So yeah, there was a long period of time where I didn't have to pick up any other games beside a Mega Man game, because all my genres were there. It wasn't until post 2011 when Mega Man Legends 3 was canceled, where I had to get into other games. Because there were just no other, no Mega Man games were being made. On the contrary, all of them were being canceled. Legends 3 was canceled. Mega Man Universe was canceled. ZX3, we found out later, was canceled. Star Force 4 was canceled later on. Maverick Hunter, that one Maverick Hunter, actually Maverick Hunter X2 was also canceled, we found out later on. So some really big titles were going to come out, and they were just canceled time after the other. And then we entered the dark ages of Mega Man, and it was awful. But yeah, Legends 3 does still hurt. I'm still hurt over it. Kino, you don't know this, I don't think, but kind of a little bit of Skybane lore for you. When Legends 3 was canceled, I was later, Get Me Off the Moon was a thing. It was the name of the Legends 3 revival group that rose out of that cancellation, and it was a big deal at its time. It was this big group which they organize campaigns and events and contests and even convention panels or convention appearances and whatnot, all in support of the revival of Legends 3, because that's how hard it hit. At the time it was canceled. It was a really big deal, and it impacted people so terribly. Yeah, I was on board those initiatives from the very start, and I later became the leader of that initiative of Get Me Off the Moon. Um, which was a really cool thing at the time because it came at an excellent time because at that time I lived legit 20 I'm not even joking here. I lived seriously like 20 minutes away from the Capcom USA headquarters in San Mateo, California. And during that time, and this is the era of Capcom, of the peak of Capcom USA's community involvement. This is a time when they were straight up organizing events, like straight up mini cons, pretty much mini conventions at their headquarters, to promote their upcoming games. So like they do these Monster Hunter events where they bring locals on board to play Monster Hunter and do like competitions and stuff. And it was a straight up mini con, but for free and for all the locals. And they'd have like free pizza and soda on board. And, the staff would be all around there and you could talk to them and get their input. I would go to these events. I would go to these events at their headquarters because I lived so close to them. And I would bring my laptop to these things and show and go up to the staff and show them some of the events and campaigns that we were doing at Get Me Off the Moon in support of Legends 3. And I got to know the staff members as well. And they were all great guys. That was a time unlike any other where the community was the peak priority of Capcom USA. I don't think it's as big of a thing now. I don't think their budget is so much prioritized in that direction now. But back then, it was a big deal. I would even dare say that it was Capcom USA's community priorities that kind of leaked into Capcom Japan and Inafune considering making the dev room a community thing. I think they directly influenced the direction of the dev room and how that and, the community getting involved with Legends 3. But yeah, very interesting. But yeah, that's like all different kinds of lore. But yeah, it was a really big deal. But yeah, they were really cool. And yeah, I always mention this. I got to interview a number of the Capcom USA guys later on. I got to interview Gregaman. I got to interview Christian Svensson, who was a senior vice president from Capcom America at the time. And he gave during his my interview with him, he said something which was left an indelible impression on me. That during that time, Capcom USA actually used to steal some of their budget that Capcom Japan gave them to promote like Devil May Cry and stuff, and they would repurpose that for their community initiatives. Like, I'm not even joking. They would steal their budget, like their promotional budget for Devil May Cry that Capcom Japan gave them, and use it for community stuff behind their backs. And they never knew any different about it. It was a crazy time, but a very cool time to just be living right in the midst of that whole scene. And again, Legends 3 was kind of just freshly canceled, and people were mad about it, and they wanted to support the Legends series in any way they could. So yeah, it was neat, but okay. I'm going to catch up with the chat now because I just went on a huge tangent there, and I'm sorry about that, by the way. Let's see. I really like the YouTube channels that find nice things to say about games instead of cashing in on the hater all goes. Yeah, dude, same. I've always been more about, loving the games because, dude, I feel so strongly about the games that I do love, and it's like I want to like, shout to the world from the rooftops about them. And I always say, like, it's like a lot of people have the need to vent their frustrations, and that's all totally valid. Like, that's important. I think we as a society need to prioritize, though, the venting of our passions, of our love for things more often. Like, I think we have just as much of a need to vent about the things we love as the things we dislike, because it can kind of get to a point where it's like, oh my gosh, this thing is so awesome, and I literally need to scream from the rooftops about it because it is that awesome. But yeah, speaking of replaying Star Force 4 on my own, I feel the Star Force charm is more present there than in Battle Network. Same team still, the character writing and pacing oozes from Legends than Battle Network ever did. Yeah, oh dude, Star Force has so much charm going forward. I feel like I like Star Force more than Battle Network as well. Just for the vibe, just and the humor always gets to me too. Like, dude, I will never get over "What's Up Village" and the cultural greeting of "What's Up" to every single person that enters that village. It's like, dude, it's peak writing. It's so good. But yeah, I think Mega Man is tough for Capcom to figure out in the modern era. Yeah, yeah, it absolutely is. Ever since Inafune left, they don't know what to do with it. And Inafune was the main pusher of Mega Man in the time he was there for so many years that I think he low key kind of enabled everyone else from taking a leadership role. He was such a big deal, and he was so involved that like I feel like he kind of prevented anyone else from getting to his same level of passion. And he was at it for so long too. I mean, Mega Man was basically his child, or at least his adopted child. I mean, AK thought of him, but Inafune took him to all the places that we loved to this day and age. But yeah, yeah, it doesn't help that outside Battle Network, it was never a big seller. I feel we all got all the same we did because Inafune kept pushing for. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I feel the same way. Um, yeah, yeah, it's great memories, man. Like I got so many great memories. My time working at Get Me Off the Moon, and even now, like my most recent extravaganza was Mega May. I got involved in those activities too. I was a host. I volunteered as a host for that big event as well. If you're not aware, Mega May was like a 760-hour marathon stream that put together by the people who put together the Mega Man groups at MegFest. MegFest has had like a Mega Man subgroup going on for so many years. Like they get together at MegFest and just do so many cool things. But yeah, they put together Mega May, which was a stream, like a 760-hour stream, where they brought on all of these different streamers and stuff to showcase various Mega Man games, with the end goal of being to showcase every single Mega Man game ever made. And I think they did it. Like, I think they actually showcased every single official Mega Man title, with a lot of fan games to boot, and fan projects as well. So yeah, I was a host for those events, and I made a lot of great memories there too. Just meeting a whole bunch of cool Mega Man fans as well. And the best takeaway from that was that it got me into streaming again. Like, I got back into streaming primarily to practice for a showcase for Mega Man. And like I'd fooled around with like some streaming things like some 10 years ago, but I hadn't touched it since that. Like, back in those days. I couldn't really do a whole lot with streaming. I did some things, but I couldn't do a whole lot because, like, at that time, I had crappy hardware and crappy internet. Like, legit, OBS would set my CPU. Like, right now, I'm looking at my CPU usage for OBS. It's like 2.8%. It's very manageable. But back then, I remember that number being like 50% of my CPU on my old hardware. It was not even workable. I could do some things, but I couldn't do hardly anything at all with it. But then, like, eventually, I mean, now I'm just kind of getting back into it, and it's the most awesome thing ever because I feel like totally in my element. It's just cool to have like a podium to talk about my passion for Mega Man, and just supporting it in whatever way I can, because it's nothing but great stuff. Every day of the week. Yeah, Inafune was such a big deal when he was still in Capcom in the mid-late 2000s. Inafune telling Aizu to get back to Capcom as his equal in the producer seat is such a huge deal, in my opinion. Yeah. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me again. Oh. What was I going to say? Yeah, it really makes you wonder, doesn't it? If Aizu didn't leave to make his own company, like to make Integrates, and found that as its CAO, if he would have been the other Mega Man guy at Capcom, because if he was on equal footing at Capcom, then at that same time, then he could have taken Inafune's place after a point. and maybe even like spearheaded Legends 3. Because I mean, we heard that there were apparently plans for Inti to do a Legends 3 of their own, and we don't know too much about that project, but yeah, it was apparently going to be a thing as well. So it's like the interest was there in Inti to do something with Legends. So I mean, who's to say that Aizu couldn't have been like the main guy, like the main Legends guy after Inafune left? I don't know. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? I was very young, single-digit age, but I can tell you in 1999, internet people's thoughts on Legends was unfortunately negative because, oh, it's not Mega Man. No stage select or explicit weapon steal. Yeah, the thing about that, Lynx, okay, so I'm curious to hear, who are you talking about when you say internet people's thoughts? Like, are you talking about people on forums at the time? Or are you talking about the people behind the gaming magazines and like gaming media, who were generally like pretty jaded in general, honestly? Because I know those guys were very, jaded about it from the get-go. But I don't know about the forums. I'm always curious to know about that. Very early forums, BBS magazines, and even, okay, MMHP, Mega Man homepage, called it Not Mega Man. Okay, that's interesting. I feel like after a point, Legends kind of, the fans grew up with Legends, and then it kind of developed, and then those fans that grew up with it kind of developed a voice in the community. It happens with so many franchises over the years. Like people being very jaded with a certain, certain game or movie. Then they grow up and suddenly they have a voice that matters and people care about. No one's going to listen to a kid. I mean, in general, kids aren't going to be, on the internet anyway, or hopefully not anyway. I don't know. They shouldn't be. Yeah, they grow up, they get a voice, and then I think is when the popularity kind of shifts. I think all those people who were jaded about Legends in the beginning, when it was first released, were the people who had a preconception of what Mega Man should be. As a platformer, as a 2D game, which is like primarily what it was at the time, right? But yeah, I think Legends kind of established a whole other subset of Mega Man fans who were only interested in Legends. And like in that own specific area of interest, they loved it to death. They loved it as its own thing, not as a Mega Man game, but as its own charming, magical, wonderful land, wonderful, colorful land that it was. It was something that was totally distinct from anything else. And it left an indelible impression because it was so distinct at the time. Dude, I mean, even if it wasn't very reminiscent of classic Mega Man gameplay, it had that heart, it had that charm, which just left a mark on you that made you remember it for all time. It was something totally unlike anything else, with a colorful character cast that you just never forgot once you met them. If you want to know, Aizu made a claim in 2024 in an interview for Den Famicom Gamer. I translated for Zistel from a Spanish translation. I'll send the translation your way tomorrow. Oh, I would be very interested in reading that. Thank you, Lynx. Yeah, if you wouldn't mind. Mega Man homepage calling Legends graphics archaic in the original 1998 reviews shocks me given how graciously it aged compared to Metal Gear or even beloved Ocarina of Time. Yeah, that's a wild one. I don't understand that at all. I think they're just spitting crap, honestly. Like, that makes no sense whatsoever in my mind. I mean, what they did with the character expressions in that game were absolutely timeless. Honestly, I think the graphical style has just aged like fine wine, in my opinion. You can make a decent argument about the gameplay, but the graphical style is just timeless in my opinion. I'm sorry, not not Lynx. I got that confused because you gifted it to Lynx. Kino, thank you for gifting the sub, dude. That's so generous of you. Yo, thank you so much. Oh, dude. Kino, actually, let me get your proper pronunciation. I hate getting it wrong. Is it Keno or Kino? Or do you like it just the rat? I don't want to call you the rat. But just for clarification. I'm inclined to say Kino, because that's what jumps off the top of my tongue. But no, Kino, you couldn't have picked a better person to gift that to. Lynx is an absolute hardcore fan. Kano, okay. Kano, or no, excuse me, Kino, as in like an actual key that you put in a door. Excuse me. Kino, gotcha. Okay, so I will continue to pronounce it like that. Dude, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. That means the world to me. Like, dude, I legit just became affiliate within the last few weeks. Last couple weeks, honestly. And when I got affiliate, I was pleased to pieces because, and you know why? Because of the emotes. I was so happy to get the emotes. I was like, dude, my expression has leveled up to 100 now. Like, I feel so powerful now that I can use whatever emotes I want on this doggone platform anywhere. I thought that was the coolest thing ever. I never let it enter my mind for even the slightest shadow of a second that anyone in their right mind was going to sub to me. Like, straight up, I legit didn't even let it enter my mind. You know, I was pleased to pieces for the sub. Like, that was not even a thing. But yeah. Yo, Ninpada, welcome on board again. Dude, I was watching some of your stream earlier. You were playing Rivals of Aether, I believe. I have a bud, Josh, aka Yoshinator, who's like huge into that game. And it's always a pleasure to see him play that and just wipe the floor with all his friends. And yeah, he's like laughing very sadistically because it's yeah, he's really good at it. But I saw you playing it. I didn't know, dude. If you don't mind my asking, what language were you speaking at the time? Was it German? Yeah, okay, so it was German. Stream playing commentating the German online weekly. Commercial. Oh, okay, so it was German. Gotcha. Are you in the Netherlands, I'm guessing? I could be wrong. Or maybe you're in Germany, I don't know. Yeah. I want to make a point of catching more of your streams, because... Oh, hold on. That you did. I'm sorry, I feel like I'm falling behind here. I don't like that. Wish I could get affiliate. Oh, dude, you'll get there. It's, you know, yeah, no, you'll get there, man. Like, the biggest thing I find is, I mean, I'm not in any position to, you know, preach at all, because I just got it a few weeks ago myself. But, you know, I feel like the best thing you can do is just, honestly, talk in other people's chats. And, you know, then they know you, and then they get curious about you, and then, you know, they want to check you out. That's how it is for me anyway. Like, I'm in several people's chats, and I've been in different people's chats for a while. And, you know, it's like when I started streaming again, I was like, I didn't expect anyone to drop by, but then people do drop by, and they're like people that I never thought would, but I would like drop by their streams all the time, and they, you know, they paid me a visit, and we got some good conversations going and whatnot. But nah, you'll get there, man. I know. I really enjoyed my conversations with you. Like, I think it was during 03 where we were getting some really good convo together. And that dude, that was some legit great convo. So I hope to be able to chat more in your streams. And I don't understand German myself, but you know, I want to be able to talk where I can. Germany, you need a commercial license to get affiliate. Oh, is that what it is? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, man. I know it's different in different places. That rots though. It's hard when you know, you live in a place and they don't have as much support as you would like in different venues. That's unfortunate. I'm sorry to hear that, man. I'm sure, you know, I'm sure you'll get there, though. Since you're about to know a new address will change, so I have to wait for that first. Ah, that's annoying. That's really annoying. I'm sorry, man. Dang. I hate hearing about that because it's like, I mean, you're obviously a really cool guy, you know. Like again, you know, the 0-3 thing, the 0-3 stream was awesome. Um, yeah, because we got some good convo going there. So, I wish you the best of luck though. I'm sure you got it. Uh, yeah, I only use German Thursdays. Oh, okay, cool. The other two streams in the week are mostly English. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Okay, cool, cool. Well, you're being. Did you ever say where you're from? I don't know. I mean, no pressure, obviously, but I don't know. I get the opinion. I get the impression you're more of a late night guy, like me, or early. Oh, okay, so you are in Germany. Gotcha. Well, that accounts for the time difference then. You're not an early or a late person then. Oh, right, yeah, of course. That you just said that. I'm sorry, it's late for me. I am operating at about 50% brain capacity and 150 and maybe 100% friendliness, or trying to overcompensate for my lack of brain activity with friendliness, or at least as much as I'm capable of at late night. Unemployed to do stay up late. Ah, gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, a lot of people idolize the unemployed life, but it's not very fun when you realize that you actually need money, is it? I've had that experience before. People being like, oh, you know, when I was in that vein, I'd be like, oh, that's cool. Congratulations, you got it so nice. I'd be like, no, I need money. I really need money. Model H based. Yeah, Model H isn't as based in this game as the original ZX, because you don't have overdrive and you don't have the overpowered tornado. It's kind of a buzzkill, if I'm being completely honest with you. But yeah, Ninpado, what's your opinion on ZX Advent? Where do you stand with it? I like the first one more. This guy. That's Model F territory. Think you like it more than the first? Oh, that's interesting. Ah. And why is that? Do you feel it has more polish? And to replay it? Oh, okay, so it's been a while. Gotcha, gotcha. These things work. I want to destroy the first one so I don't get beamed. There we go. Ah, I gotta line it up just right. Good stuff. Yeah, I'm just now getting to replay this myself after a really long time. Like I think it's been legit 9, and then maybe like 6 years. Yeah, I'm sorry. I feel like Okay, you're just replying to the Nintendo's comment earlier there. Can you set up a coffee as an alternative? Yeah, that's a good question. I want to say coffee is pretty versatile, like pretty universal, maybe. I mean, nothing on the internet is going to be entirely universal, but I want to say it's pretty workable. Oh, I missed a comment. I've been missing lots of comments. I don't think I have official OCD, but yeah, this stuff gets to me. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Calling Legends graphics archaic. Oh wait, I already commented on that. Add. Mm-hmm. I think Bing Adventure Platformer has that level of polish of, say, Astrobot. Bing Adventure Platform? I'm not familiar with that. Is that a game? Because comparing it to Astrobot is crazy. Astrobot is like super well renowned by this point. Interesting. In the middle of editing that message and did not mean to, oh, okay. My bad. Sorry, I was in the middle of editing that message and did not mean to send it. Gotcha, gotcha. I didn't quite see, Kino, I didn't quite see that you sent that gift primarily so Lynx could get out of ad hell. That's very good of you, because none of us appreciate ad hell. Awesome stuff. I remember when people calling Wind Waker graphics lazy and bad when it took a lot of crazy trickery to realize them on hardware. Yeah, okay, so that one I can kind of understand a little more as being like, well, or can I? Actually, I don't know if I can. I mean, what other 3D Zelda games were out before that? That was, I mean, Ocarina of Time? Yeah, it was very different though. I've heard that it was like, you know, it wasn't kind of like the same like anime style that the series was kind of known for before that. It was like doing more of a cartoony sort of thing, like almost a Western sort of cartoony sort of style. Those are the sort of critiques that I remember mainly from the Wind Waker days. I remember it's being critiqued for its cartoony style and not so much for the graphics necessarily. Although maybe it was both. It could have been both, and I just wasn't aware. Oh, gotcha. Sorry, what I meant to say was that I think they can bring back Mega Man Legends as an Astrobot level adventure platformer. Oh, that would be cool, yeah. Yeah, I know, there's so much they can do with Legends, and that they just, I feel, don't want to do. It's tricky. I mean, it's to this day, I mean, it's the only series that does not have a collection. And that really says a lot, because how many collections have there been so far? You got the X collection, you got the Classic collection, you got the Zero ZX collection, you have the Battle Network collection, and then you have the Star Force collection. That's a lot of collections. And I really legit feel like a Legends collection should have come out before a Star Force collection. You could argue continuity, because, you know, the Star Force series takes place lore-wise directly after the Battle Network series, so, you know, there's some continuity there. But, I mean, I don't know, man. I feel like... I mean, we've talked about this before. There are some facts which are not quite straight. I've always thought that Star Force was more niche than Legends, to be honest. And that's why I couldn't understand it at all when Star Force got a collection first, even despite its continuity with Battle Network. But, you know, other fans argue otherwise, that it apparently... And I'm still not convinced of this, by the way. I'll say it straight up, that I'm not quite convinced that Star Force sold more. Like, when you take into account the classic re-release, or the re-releases on PS3, Vita, and PSP. So the PlayStation Online re-releases. When you factor in those re-releases sold very well, and I know that for a fact. I don't know numbers, but I know they sold very well, based on the top 10 PS Classics list, and because they made that list for weeks following their release. I would be very interested to know how the sales of Legends stack up altogether with both the re-releases and the original releases, and whether those sales surpass Star Force, because I think it's a very likely chance that they do. Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, there are various opinions on you know, that facet. So I'm not claiming to know truth. I'm sorry, I'm reading chat. Ah, dang. Dude, Nintendo, I did not know any of that about the license for Germany. Or anywhere besides the US. I'm so... Dude, that... it ticks me off, honestly. Really does. Because you German bros deserve it. You got so much awesome stuff going on for you that America doesn't have. Shoutouts to your houses in particular. German houses are like 10 grades above American houses, which are just built with like sticks and paper. I guess that's kind of a weird thing, a weird first impression of the improvements that German economy has over American economy, but it is what it is. Yeah. That's 8. Where there are 2 Starforce collections? No, there was only 1 Starforce collection. Yeah. Starforce did well enough for 2 anime seasons. I guess. I feel like that was mainly just going off of the Battle Network hype, though, to be honest with you. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if the budget for the Starforce anime came out of Battle Network's budget. You know? I don't think it was so much a thing about Starforce doing well. That's just what I want to say, though. I don't have any proof. I'm just going off vibes. If I recall correctly, Germany is pretty alone on that front. Austria and Switzerland don't have that. Ah, okay, that stinks even more. Holy crap, man. You guys deserve better. You wanna take them on in a match of Rivals of Aether and teach them a thing or two about how you treat your loyal followers, or your loyal customers, or whatever you want to call a Twitch user. User, that's the word I'm looking for. Yeah, beat them to a pulp in that game. Teach them what for. You could do it. I have 0 lives. I'm totally dying here. Okay, we'll see what happens though. Yep. Let them feel the wrath of Germany's best low donks main. That's what you gotta do, man. No, straight up, yeah. Can I not use it? Dude, I need to edit this now. How can I edit this? Okay, let's try the mouse. Touch screen. No, it's not working either. Oh, that's right. I do it with the right analog. I forgot about that. Wait, no. Okay, I'm an idiot. I gotta transform first in order to... I was thinking 2 steps ahead. I think I'm 2 steps ahead to death, actually. It is not going to be very long. My head is not in the game here. They're dead. I'm gonna see if I can blow up her base just in time, but it's not happening. Okay, so if I want to hit that base, did I almost do it? Yo, I think I did it. Okay, wait, now I gotta optimize this. Nope. Dang, I wish I had Model ZX right now. I don't. Let's try to get a sneaky shot off here. She's gonna hit me. Okay. Try to get up another sneaky hit there. Oh, almost got me. Okay, if I can use this to freeze time and give me some extra time to hit her if she doesn't hit me. Okay, let's try that. I don't even know if that's a great idea. I don't know what to... Oh, Model A, what am I thinking? Nah, that won't hit high enough though, will it? I'll use this. I'm scared to death she's gonna shoot me in the face though. That's all it's gonna take. You know what? Let's switch back. I'm scared to death. I got one more hit there. Oh, wait. We're dead. No, not quite. Good, get her to the far right. She can't do anything here. No, not again. Okay, I think we're safe here, maybe. Not a third one. Okay, fine, do your thing. Actually, I think if I destroy the base, it's gonna kill her instantly. Nice. Holy crap, that was close. We're dead, proceeds not to die. Dude, that's the key. You gotta reverse jinx it for yourself. The moment you say, I got this, is the moment you don't got it. No, I straight up reverse jinxed it for myself there. You say you're dead long enough, or you say you're dead enough times, and you won't actually die. Queen bee, let's go. I think I might just call it here, actually. Been going for a decently long time. I gotta save my voice for tomorrow, where some Legends collabs are happening. What a silly power. Yeah, it kind of is. That's another reason that ZX is not my favorite Mega Man game. I feel like a lot of the forms are just useless. Or they might have like functions which are just super specific and like only handy for like one particular scenario. Whereas in the first ZX game, you know, you had those forms you got were extremely versatile in all sorts of situations. So it's a little bit of a back step, you know, step backward, I mean. I cannot be salty about Star Force getting collection first. I always saw both as timeline endpoints that didn't sell, and the fandom hated on release for stupid reasons. Yeah, it's true. Star Force did get a lot of hate back in the day. It got a very mediocre reception, I think is what I'd say. If you had told me back then when the games were released for DS that when their collection came out, they would get like an overwhelmingly positive review on Steam, I wouldn't have believed you for $1 million. Like that shocked the heck out of me, honestly, that they did get such a great positive reception on Steam. I think it's like some of the best that a Mega Man game's gotten on there, so... Or a Mega Man collection, anyway. I remember when streaming ZX Advent, I got a follow, and then during this fight, I sang the meme version of It's Hip to Be Square. It's hip to be... I got unfollowed in that moment. I gotta be a bit quieter because it's getting later now, but that's funny. That is hilarious. No, I would have been like, mission accomplished. Nah, dude, that's a win. That's a W tank right there. Oh, that is hilarious. The boss forms are very stupid, but I don't mind that. Wasn't a huge fan of them anyway. Yeah. Would have preferred them looking more in line with the Mega Man models instead of just being one-to-one to actual bosses. Yeah, kind of like, well, kind of like ZX. You know, the first ZX game. Friend in chat say it's litmus test. That person didn't pass it. I know. Dude, this only means that you can continue singing that song for an indefinite amount of time. And, like, what better W could you ask for than that? That's like a W on the level of Wily. Oh, is it really your favorite series, Nimpado? I respect that. I absolutely respect that. No, I love ZX too. Yeah, in my order of favorite Mega Man games, I would say it goes 0, and then ZX and Legends are tied. Yeah, they gotta be tied. Yeah, I love ZX to death. I will always be disappointed that we never got a ZX3 that rectifies the ending, the cliffhanger ending of ZX Advent. Which we will be seeing, actually, at the end of this mode, because I'm doing expert mode. Yo, we got a cake! I wonder how many things it restores. 8 lives, okay, or 8 points. Good stuff. Would you rather be Albert or Serpent? Oh, neither, because they both die. Yeah. You know, I gotta say, I've never been a fan of two-option questions. And because I think they encourage a sort of narrow-mindedness. And, you know, this isn't any shot to people who are asking those questions, you know. I appreciate the engagement. But I feel like those kinds of, like, two-option questions encourage a sort of narrow-mindedness and prevent you from thinking outside the box. It's like, you know, because usually there is usually a third answer. Like, two-option scenarios are not usually a thing in real life. Usually there's a third answer. And normally that third answer is what we should be picking, in my experience anyway. So yeah, that's getting more philosophical though, perhaps. You know, telling me the other day, Axel would work best if he only copies bosses his size or smaller that allow for Mega Man-style movement, like the other Mega Man or Headshock. While he should get new guns from huge bosses. Yeah, absolutely. I think that would have been a good way to go. I think it would have been nice to have... Riz brought this up before in the chat, and I heartily agreed with him when he brought it up, because I never thought about it before until he brought it up, that... Model A should have omnidirectional fire, like very in line with Axel's playstyle from both X7 and X8, where he could fire in all different directions. Whereas you have Model A who can only fire straight ahead, and you know, I mean, he's got homing as well, which you know is kind of like something. It's kind of multi-dimensional or multi-directional, but you know, not quite the same thing. Yo, Sonic, thank you for the watch streak. Appreciate you, man. And yet nothing beats absolutely dog-walking Headshock by transforming into Bifrost. Wait, really? Wait. What does dog-walking mean? Does that mean crushing him? Like, effortlessly? Huh, I never thought to do that. Did that a couple of times? Really? Interesting. I never thought to do that before. Just, I don't know. Funny. Okay, so what is it about Bifrost that makes it a cakewalk? Shoutouts to the shortcake we got just a few seconds ago, by the way. Oh, hold on. I keep pausing this to scroll down chat, which should be auto-scrolling. Something's going wrong. Just hold the attack button. It stun locks him long enough? Really? Interesting. Well, if I get Bifrost before I do Headshock, I am going to try that out. Absolutely. Interesting to know, huh? 3, unfortunately. ZX and Legends didn't get 3 games. Yeah, it's true. I feel like that's kind of why it is easy to say they are tied in my mind for second place. It's like, they share a lot of similarities in the sequel treatment. Honestly, I'd say, well, it's tricky. I don't know. I was about to say that I felt ZX deserved a sequel a lot more because I felt its cliffhanger is worse. But I don't know. That thing with the Elder system that was referenced at the end of Legends 2, that could also have been a big thing. But that's more of like an ambiguous sort of looming disaster that you don't quite know about, as opposed to, you know, the ending of ZX Advent, where something clearly is going to go wrong and very wrong. Because, like, it ends with Thomas saying, this world needs to be reset. That's a big deal. Like, that's a big cliffhanger that needed to be resolved. I don't so much think about Mega Man being stuck on the moon as the major plot, like, plot twist, or, excuse me, cliffhanger in Legends 2. I think of it, I think of the Elder System. I think that is the more pressing disaster. Because, you know, I mean, I always kind of passed off the stuck on the moon thing as like a joke. Because the game ends with like, you know, that weird funky music. It's almost like you're supposed to laugh at it. and just kind of like assume Mega Man made it back down there. Um, but yeah, I mean, the thing about the Outer System is unquestionably a big cliffhanger plot point. So the timing's very strict, though. I missed it on a couple times. You need to be transformed pretty fast. Ah, okay, so there is some skill to it. Gotcha, gotcha. Guys, I am going to end it here, actually. Because I think I am at a good stopping point. And I want to save some energy for tomorrow again. Because guess what? Guys, again, we, they, them. I am going to be streaming Five Island Adventure again tomorrow with the Legends Buzz, with Josh and David, aka Yoshinator and Chomp specifically, or respectively. Yeah, and it's going to be a good time. I wish I could do Five Island more often. I'm kind of starting to realize I can only do it once a week. Because Josh and David's schedules are, well, not so much Josh. I mean, he has things going on with his squad, but he's generally pretty free. And he might actually be more inclined to ditch plans with his squad in favor of Five Island if I asked. But David has like a really, busy job, and it's trickier getting him on board. Like usually it's only weekends that I could get him on because of his job, and even that, it's like I have to, we have to make sure that he's not drained from his job at the time he comes on. I want him to be able to rest during the weekends to recover and not have to talk about Mega Man stuff, and like if he doesn't want to. But yeah, that's the main reason. I wish I could do Five Island more often, but I do like having David on board for that, because I think his contributions to the conversations, and his input and everything he brings to the table during the streams is very nice. Like he's a guy who can really just go on about Legends and Mega Man, and I really appreciate that about him. He, by the way, was the co-founder of Get Me Off the Moon, so I've known that dude for a long time. But I'm getting ahead of myself. I gotta find someone to raid. The esteemed Nonox, the Japanese speedrunner, legend speedrunner, is currently streaming. I'm inclined to go with him. Let me see what else is out there. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna raid Donox. Trying to get the name right. I tried to I got the raid right recently. I tried to raid him another time and it didn't work out so well, but it worked last time, so it should be okay. Thank you for the stream. No, guys, thank you. Dude, guys, you make the stream, like, for real. I appreciate you all coming on board. I mean, dude, you could be anywhere, anytime, and, have a good time wherever you are, but you chose to be here, and I appreciate that. So, thank you all. Yeah, again, stay tuned tomorrow for Five Island. I don't know how far we are along in that game, but yeah, we're going to be doing that. Oh. I am going to wait out that ad just to spite Twitch. No, you know what? This is a union. This is the Skybane Union. We're all in this together. If Twitch is offending one of us with ads, we're all in this, and I am going to wait it out to spite Twitch. No, I'm not leaving until the ads are over. Yo, Nimpado, I made sure to wait that out to spite Twitch because we are all in this together. If one of us is suffering from ads, we are going to wait it out and yeah, not finish until it ends. But okay, I'm kind of just what do you call it? Milking this now. But guys, thank you again for tuning in. Always a pleasure, and I will see you tomorrow for more Five Island Adventure. Probably at the same time, like 9:30, thereabouts. But yeah, let me actually get the raid in there before I freaking forget. No nonks. Okay. There we go. Best of luck to No Nonks' runs, and I will see you all around the block. Take care, y'all. Legends never die. Wait, don't do that. Goodbye.